Hey everybody, hope you guys are doing well today. I do want to give a forewarning before we get started. I've been having severe internet issues since yesterday. In fact, it didn't start until right before the stream yesterday. And then I gave up, did a video, and then my internet came back. And now my internet's been fine all the way up till this point, and I was about to hit the live button, and then my internet dropped again. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I'm just the most unluckiest person in the world. I did call my ISP. They are sending a person tomorrow, early tomorrow, to fix this. But I lowered my bitrate in the meantime. I hope things go well. Hopefully there's no issues. There might be. I don't know what's going on, but to me, I don't know if I'm getting DDoSed or what, but it only happens right before I start streaming. And it's only my upload speed that tanks. My download is fine. So there is a possibility. It's looking like it. So I don't know who's so salty enough to do that, but we'll see what's happening. Either way, we're going to get it figured out. So hopefully there's no internet problems here. But yeah, today I just wanted to do a chill stream and to talk about this. Seriously, I wanted to talk about this. So before we get started, before we went live here, I got two very large donations. One from a Rebecca Cameron, didn't say anything, just donated $30 out of the gate for no reason. Rebecca, if you're listening, thank you. That was like 5 minutes before we went live here. So if we could please get a heart spam in the chat for Rebecca. But that's not the only donation. We also had a donation from SonGen24 with a $50 donation. Says, "Hey Sam, how was your day? I hope it was better than yesterday. I know I don't rarely ask for a shout out, but next Tuesday is my birthday, and it will make my day. Seeing you do all these amazing things motivated me to start streaming. Love and bless. Sanjan24, I will absolutely, that's the least I could do, man. First off, happy birthday. Hope you have a great birthday. You know, and you support my stream a lot, dude, and I really appreciate you. And I seriously think you could definitely, anyone could do streaming, and I really hope I wish you luck on those journeys with your streams, man. Best of luck on those. By the way, how's the stream so far? I'm okay still? Just want to make sure. But yeah, dude, Sanjan24, if you're listening to this, dude, I know your birthday's coming up, so happy birthday. Can we get a happy birthday in chat for Sunshine24? And dude, I hope you make the best of it, man. Thank you so much for all your constant support. I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Stream has been good so far. Okay, if I do experience some buffering, just stay on the stream and it'll come back. Sanjay24, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. And yeah, yesterday was really bad. I was not having a great day yesterday. For 2 reasons. 1, because of this, and 2 was because of my internet problems. I really, really wanted to stream that event, and I couldn't. And not being able to celebrate that moment with my audience really deflated me. But I mean, we'll get the problem fixed, and I'll do a lot more streams. But yeah, I really wanted to stream today to make up for that. So hopefully the lower bitrate helps. Spicy Punk Rocker says, if the game gets delayed, I'm hoping otherwise. This looks like fun, average game, but nothing more. Lazily reusing Sonic Forces assets makes me mad, though. I'm not mad about the reusing of assets, and we'll go into all this stuff today, as long as the stream doesn't die. We'll go in, and if, by the way, if the worst happens, and if this stream for some reason dies and I have to disconnect, I'll just do, after the problem gets fixed, I'll do another stream. Yeah. I don't have a problem with them reusing assets. I just have a problem with, I'll go into it. Thank you so much, Spicy Punk Rocker, for the donation. I really appreciate you, man. Speediest, thanks so much for the dono, or for subscribing. Crazy Great Gamer says, well, dude, as of now, everything is working well. Hopefully all ends up good. Also, sup, my guy, how are we doing since the last time? I'm doing good, Crazy Gamer. Thanks so much for checking in. Thank you so much for being here. The Funny donated and says, you're the GOAT. Can't wait to discuss this teaser. Hey, so much. Thank you so much, the Funny. I appreciate you. Aqua Blue Tea. Yo, man, it's been a while, Aqua Blue Tea. He says, sup, Sam. Can't you believe I've waited 5 years for this? Oh, no. I know. I know. Well, we'll get into that. Thank you so much. Tendo fan, thanks for subscribing. And can we please get a heart spam in the chat just for everyone that's donated and for you guys being here? I appreciate your guys' constant support. Astro Seed Peace says, since it might be useful, I shared the original file without the watermark. Thought since you're having issues, maybe download it later. Link on my Twitter. Wait, how do you have the what? Is it still 4K quality though? And I could download it now. My download speed is fine. It's just my upload speed. My download speed is actually really good, but my upload speed is the only one that's been tanking whenever I go live, or whenever I'm about to go live, actually, which is making us believe it might be a DDoS. Who knows? We'll see. Yo, oh my God, you guys are going crazy today. Yo, Just Amount in Soul says, hey Sam, how do you feel? What do you feel is needed for Sonic to work in an open world setting? I personally was hoping for momentum and slopes as seen in games like Sonic Utopia. Hopefully it's still fun. Thanks. I'm so glad you asked, Just a Mountain Soul. I'm so glad you asked. I did do a video on the topic. Right over here. I did do a video on the topic on what we need almost a year ago today on what we need for open world Sonic to work. TLDR, essentially, we needed a Sonic that is fun to control in the open world. I'm talking about between the levels, between the cyberspace levels, to get from the other side, to get from one tower to the next. That journey needs to be fun and memorable. To do that, we need to have full control of Sonic. And the only way to really have full control nowadays, in my opinion, for 3D Sonic is to have momentum-based platforming back. You need to have slopes. You need to have it be fun to wall run, to roll downhill and go off a cliff. You need to have fun activities, side quests that are still within the realm of Sonic. By that, I mean they need to be speed-oriented, not pushing a block, not pressing buttons. I covered all that in this video, and they did the exact opposite so far. Thank you so much, Just About Soul. But yeah, I'll go more into that. But thank you so much for your donation. You guys are being, oh my God, it just updated me. You guys are being crazy right now. Calm down. All right, Jesus. I missed you guys too. Thank you, man. Yo, Free Will Neutral Thinker says, I don't know about you, Sam, but personally, I'm reserving most of my judgment until I see the gameplay tomorrow and not from the 7 minutes of running we saw. Well, Free Will, you know, people were telling me to reserve my judgment after the teaser, and then they said, wait till tomorrow, and then I did my judgment that day, and then they said, don't do that, wait till tomorrow, and now people are also telling me, don't do that, wait till the game comes out. When is the limit? You know, like, this was given to us, right, as a way to advertise this game. This is the company showing us their best. You know, they're not going to show us their worst. They're going to show us their best. I feel like it's okay to judge the game off this because this is all they've given us so far. Yeah, this doesn't represent what the levels will be like. This doesn't represent what the enemies are like. This doesn't represent the bosses. But this does represent the world and how Sonic moves, and that was a major part for Sonic in an open world setting, and we have an idea of that, and it doesn't look that great so far. And I'll go into more of that, Free Will. Thank you very much for the donation. And yeah, I will reserve a lot of my harsh judgments until I see that too. Yo, Diggyru Gaming says, thanks for the makeup stream, Sam, so much. Thank you so much for the makeup stream, Sam. I mean, we get combat tomorrow for Sonic, some copium. Glad to be here and vibe. Thanks so much, Diggyru Gaming. And yeah, I hope I can stream that too. If not, I'll just do another video. It depends on how my internet is leading up to that point. And again, I do have Attack coming out tomorrow, so. Yo, Sonic Team just needs to fix how Sonic controls from the... Oh, sorry. This is from Nintendo. Says, Sonic Team just needs to fix how Sonic controls from the looks of it. He looks like he controls the same as he did from the boost formula. He does, Nintendo. There's a lot of people that already analyze this on Twitter, frame by frame. It is very clear that he just has his movement from forces. It is slightly different. Like, his acceleration is probably not as fast and such, but his movement and his physics and everything to a T is exactly like how it was in Forces. That we know for sure. Nintendo, thank you so much for the donation. Sorry guys, I'm trying to catch up here real quick. Tino says, from my vast infinite game knowledge, this was a good choice. The most they were showing was the speed mechanic. If that's what they were showing, then they did a bad job, Tino. Honestly, like, I have not... Was there even speed? I don't recall there being speed. Unless you're on rails, which, if that's the case, that's a horrible thing to advertise. The only time you go fastest to go down rails is not really that great, you know what I mean? Yo, the C Show says, I hope you are feeling better and taking care of your health. We care a lot about you, so keep it. Oh yeah, of course. The C Show. Don't worry. I promise. Sonic will never destroy my health. I'm all good. I'm all good. Honestly, I'm not. The majority of my sadness was not because of this. It was because I couldn't stream and I couldn't share that moment with my audience. But you know, here we are. Whoa. Okay, jeez, guys. I was so behind. You guys are insane. Yo, King Raiko says, what is a Rise of Lyric Puzzle doing in my game? I don't know. I wish I could tell you. Wingman 25 Momentum, they should have listened to you. I feel like every fan says that. I mean, they could only listen to so many people, but it honestly looks like they didn't listen to anyone. Yes, it's the original file. Oh, wow, really? Let me look here. High quality, non-watermark. Where did you get this from? Yeah, people are just wondering where you got this from. I'm downloading it now. Thank you. Thank you so much. That is being downloaded. Are we still good, by the way? Internet-wise? I'm surprised. Yo, Catnip says, hey, Sam, I hope you're doing well. This game feels like Sonic got dropped into Breath of the Wild, but the world is empty. You know what I feel? I absolutely know what you feel. It's almost as if they didn't... I'm gonna sound so cynical. It's almost like they saw Breath of the Wild do well, but they didn't realize what made it do well. And it's almost like they don't realize we want to play a Sonic game in an open world, not Sonic in an open world. You know what I mean? I'll go into all this, Catnip. Thank you so much for the donation. Henleash, hey, what's up? Henleash says, at least we are moving on to a new frontiers. Henleash, I guarantee you that's going to be the theme song it sounds cheesy enough. It's gonna be if they had one more last fist bump as the lyrics for the last one, it's we're moving on to a new frontier is gonna be the song. I guarantee you, Henleash. Thanks so much for the donation. Yo, the Frosted Firefly, and I'm going fast because I want to make sure we get to this before my internet craps out. The Frosted Firefly says, when the game comes out and you play it, people will then tell you that you should have voted with your wallets instead of buying the game. You're right! They literally every time, there's no winning. There's no winning. It's like, I talked about this before they showed anything. I talked about this with the leaks. I talked about it with the teaser. People were like, oh, you're being too cynical. And then I talk about it with this gameplay and they're like, wait till the game comes out. No, we can critique this. And you know what's so funny that I'm getting most of this shit from people on Twitter is, do you guys remember during the whole, like, the time when we were getting no news, there was like a Sonic drought, and I was the one saying, give them time, like I'm not in a rush. I was called the Sega simp. People said that I was the Sega simp, that I was the one being apologetic to them. Rats of Firefly, thank you for the donation. I don't know what I'm talking about anyway. Cat Nova. There's so much bottled up energy. I'm gonna release it today. Cat Nova, hey Sam, I completely know what you're saying, and it's just you being honest on how you feel and just saying your thoughts, and I respect that because I feel the same way. Here's 10, my guy. Hope you're doing. I'm doing great with Cat Nova. Thanks so much for the 10. I appreciate it. You guys are being very generous. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. We're gonna do a big heart spam after all of this. You guys are being really generous, and I really appreciate that. Thank you guys. It actually helps me a lot. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. Yo, Sungen24, don't worry, Sam. You're still a pro streamer. I am pro streamer. I just realized my notifications are off. I should unmute them. Yo, Raphael says, hey, Sam, do you think that this is a negative reception can impact Sonic Team? Even gamer YouTubers like Young Yeah covered this disappointment. I hope so. I hope that they are shaking in their boots right now because they kind of deserve to be. I'm sorry, but like, if it was just a marketing fluke, this was horrible marketing. If this is how the game is, then yeah, they should be kind of shaking because this is a 5-year long game. Like, this development has been 5 years, and if this is the type of stuff we're getting, then they should be shaking, and they should be the people at the very top of the company should be shaking, and they should seriously consider delaying and rethinking what they're doing. Genuinely. Thank you, Raphael. I'm so behind. Oh my god. Nintendo Dario says, sad how Sonic Speed Simulator controls better. Didn't we say that on the stream? Didn't me and Evan make a joke that if this controls better than Sonic Frontiers, we're going to cry? Oh my god. I think I remember doing that too. Oh my god. Yo, Enclosed Granddad says, nuance and attention to detail are major aspects of the Sonic franchise, so it always frustrates me when other Sonic fans say they are unimportant. I know! This is such a big character! He had 2 major Hollywood movies, and people are acting like us talking about how shit his animation is in this is a big deal. It is a big deal! When Sonic flips the wrong way when he goes on the rail, that's kind of a big deal! When Sonic's walking animation is one static animation, no matter the speed, that's a pretty big problem. Sonic is the main character. We are gonna look at that guy the entire time in the game. It better look good. I'm ranting. I'm gonna go over all this. We're going over all this. Remy Niles says, okay, guys. The world is not empty. That's how open world games are at the first zone you are in. Example, Zelda and Genshin. So at least in that matter, Frontiers is good enough. So Remy, so this is my thing. When I say the world is empty, right? I'm not saying like, oh, there's not buildings everywhere or there's no side quests everywhere. That's not my problem. When I say the world is empty, what I really mean is the world is flat. This world is flat. This is flat. This is flat. I don't want to run on a field as Sonic the Hedgehog. I want to go on slopes and loops and I want to go on corkscrews. I don't want to run on like flat terrain with maybe a little bit of hills, a little hill is not good enough. And the thing is, at the end of the day, all these hills don't mean shit because there's no physics. So it's like, when I say the world is empty, what I really mean is the world is boring. It should be fun. You should have fun moving as Sonic. I'm not seeing that. Thank you, Raymond, for the donation. And we're going to talk about more of this. I appreciate your insight though regarding Zelda and all those. So Broster in the hood says, Frontiers or Forces time will tell. No. This is still better than Forces. This is still better than Forces. Come on. This is still better than Forces. Jaden Buck, 10 months. Thank you so much, Jaden Buck. Catnip for 17 months. Thank you so much, Catnip. 17 months. Holy cow. Am I caught up yet? No, you guys are still. Oh my God. You guys are crazy. Jack Q says, broke Breath of the Sonic, woke Sonic of the Colossus. Thanks so much, Jai. Scabloon Shki says, putting Sonic in a bland open world with no slope physics is one of the most incompetent things Sonic Team has ever done. Sorry, but I think Sonic Team needs to go. They don't understand what makes Sonic fun. I mean, you're right. I kind of agree with you. I can't say this is not totally fun yet. I want to see more, but I'm just saying what they showed so far is not good. And if that is like the meat of this game, forget it. And if the cyberspace levels are like 2 minutes long, like Forces levels, no, this is gonna be bad. Yo, Skabloon, thank you so much though. I appreciate it. Yo, B127 says, I feel like we are getting another 2017 where classic Sonic will be the highlight and modern Sonic failing, and they say the Sonic cycle isn't a thing. B127, I don't personally agree with the Sonic cycle. I think that's just, I think the idea that everything is a cycle is dumb because I feel like every game has its own problems that are never the same. I don't know. Thanks so much, B127. We're going to talk about all this more. I'm going to keep continuing here because I want to get to this. Yeah, the Spartan Dragon says, even in cyberspace designed was good as Unleashed. What else would you want to see added to the world? What else would I want to see added to the world? I want the puzzles to be fun. So far, the puzzles they have are shit. Turning a statue. Like, yeah, that took a second, but I'm sure when you get more into the game, there's going to be more statues to turn and it's going to be even slower. And then also, the turning of the lamps are fine, but the button one was elementary, right? And the IGN guy failed that one! But, like, if I was in charge of this game, all of the puzzles would be speed-based. They would be designed around Sonic's ability. You should never go slow. You like, having slow moments is fine, but, like, you shouldn't have a game where you're pushing blocks as Sonic the Hedgehog. I'll go into all that, the Spartan Dragon. I appreciate you. Yo, Dracky Moore, that is... Dude, you guys are crazy. What the hell? That's a huge donation. A bad example, I know. But what if Sonic 06 in Sonic... What if it is a Sonic 06 case? Remember how for advertising, they slowed down Sonic's speed? Still doesn't excuse the automation, sadly. It is true. This was an exploration build they used because no enemies. Okay. Sonic 06 was just a rush job. I feel like 06 eventually would have... I don't know. But what do you mean? What do you mean they slowed down Sonic for advertising in 06? I don't remember that. I think 06 was just unfinished. You know? It was just unfinished. That's just my thoughts, though. I don't know. It's hard to compare this to 06. I don't think this is an 06 moment. With 06, it felt unfinished. But the idea was good. Except the story. But with this, it feels like an incompetency in game design. Like from the get-go, right? It feels like with this, they genuinely don't know what makes Sonic fun in a 3D space. That's my thoughts, Drake, more, and I'll go more into that. Thank you so much for that incredibly generous donation. We're going to do huge hearts. Did I catch up? Am I caught up? Am I good? Of course I'm not. I'm not caught up. I'm not caught up yet. Okay, I'm almost there. Hold on. Almost there. Yo, Enclosed Granddad says, watch the next 3D Mario game get revealed very soon and blow Sonic Frontiers out of the water. I'd love to see that. No, Enclosed Granddad, don't, please. It's gonna happen. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. I mean, it already happened with Mario Odyssey, so I'm not surprised if that's the case, by the way. I'm really not surprised. The close gratitude, thank you. Hatless Atlas says, I usually judge a game on release day, but this alone showed that it's okay to show concerns and critiques during development. Hopefully, Sega hears us out and improves what they've shown us so far. I hope so too. I mean, this is supposed to be an advertisement for the game, so we should be able to critique it, you know what I mean? Alice, thank you so much for the dono. And yeah, I'm gonna go into this. I'm really gonna go into this. Thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it. You guys are being very generous. Very, very generous. Okay, two more. Here we go. Unknown RTS retweets says, I'll never forget when you did the Super Mario Odyssey parts, when you rolled downhill first and your brain had an aneurysm because that was momentum. I know, I remember that, and I was mad. I was so mad that Mario had rolling physics and Sonic didn't. Unknown, thank you. Khalid says Sonic Frontiers looks okay so far. I mean, graphically, sure. I mean, it doesn't look like a dumpster fire. I'll give it that. Again, I'll go into all this, Khalid. Thank you so much for the donation. And Tyrone says, hi, Sam, sorry you got hyped for no reason. It's not that I'm not hyped for no reason. I'm going to go into this. Tyrone, thank you, guys. All right. I probably missed like a bunch of donations here, too. Because these are donations that are... Oh, frick. Oh, shoot. I just realized I just read all the super chats. I didn't read the... Oh, boy. I hope I didn't miss anything. If I missed anything, I apologize, chat. Okay. All right, so... First off, harsh spam in the chat right now for everyone. True Moon says, I hate to sound like a bad guy, but do you think Sonic Team needs an overhaul to be fired? No, look, I don't think anyone needs to be fired, right? I think, obviously, what we see here, like, they're capable of making something. So they have value in working there. I think there should be a restructuring, maybe who's in charge of what. I think Sonic Team needs new blood. I would never want anyone to be fired. I think everyone in game development has value. I think they just need to make the team bigger. Why, like, think about it. Why would we take away the team and make a whole new team? Instead, let's just make the team bigger. Add new blood and people with talent in there and incorporate them in with the existing team. And I think people on top, maybe Mario Kishimoto, who's the director of this game and was the director of Forces, I would say, depending on how involved he is in game development, I would say maybe he goes down a rank and someone else takes over. You know, that's just me. I don't want anyone to get fired, though. Like, I want people to still be in the team. Never got a donation during the birthday stream, so here, my problem with the game is that there's too many rails and the animations suck. Van Toxify, that's the majority of my problems too, is the animations suck, it doesn't look polished, and not just the rails, but everything looks automatic. It's too automatic. There's no physics, there's nothing there, you know what I mean? Red Hot Sonic, oh god, you guys are making sure I never get to this. If you miss this message all on sub, Red Hot Sonic, I got you. Revenant Knockout says, personally feel like the franchise would be different if they kept the 06 type of aesthetic. Aesthetically, I don't know what you mean by aesthetic. Like character models. I feel like doing different character models is fine. Like ones with Unleashed are good. I think they shouldn't have thrown out the gameplay in 06. I think the adventure gameplay style could have stuck around. Revenant, thank you. My voice is getting destroyed, chat. You're doing this to me. Yo, Spicy Punk Rocker, am I the only one who thought it was going to be funny that white birds going faster than Sonic during the gameplay? Sonic outran by a seagull. That is funny, but you know what's even funnier, Spicy Punk Rocker? And we'll go into that right now. Those eagles have no animations whatsoever. They are T-posing! They are T-posing birds! I'm not joking. We're going to go into that. Yo, Fabio says, so Mario Kishimoto, the director of Frontiers, the games that he directed, they all don't have inertia. It's like he doesn't like inertia. That, and it's almost like the team feels like, I don't even know, because I want to say they only care about speed, but in this game he's not even going fast, so I don't know what they want. Fabio, thank you. We're going to go into it. We're going to go into it. Okay. You guys need to stop. I thought I caught up 5 minutes ago, and I have not been... You guys are crazy. I appreciate you. Oh my god. Drinking more. Sonic Team doesn't need a rework. They need to change directors and hire new people. Hopefully some people who know what Sonic physics work. I agree in some regard. I do. They do need a rework. And I think the director does. They need to switch who's directing. I agree with that, Drinking more. Jamie Manning says, the problem is that the movement looks like it is going to be rapidly spamming the boost in one direction so you get your destination. Actually, Jamie, I think that might be a thing, but someone showed me in the gameplay that you can hold the boost button at one point. My guess is it's probably like a stamina type thing. Who knows? We won't know until the game comes out. But if there is stamina and you have to constantly hit the boost button, that's stupid. That's all I'm saying. Jamie, thank you so much. Scale LP games. I want the spin dash and momentum back. The world is interactive. The graphics and music fit the world so well, but it needs more. Don't like being so negative, but I'm hoping that outcry will get to Sonic Team. Oh, I'm pretty sure it got to Sonic Team. I'm sure they're probably in panic mode. I mean, think about it, chat. This is the first game after the Sonic movie. They've probably been advertising to investors like, look at the big numbers the Sonic movie is getting. I'm sure, like stick with us, invest in our property, and when we release the game, these numbers are going to happen for Sega too. I promise. That's probably what's happening. So they probably are panicking. Remember when they released like a week ago, they said they want higher reviews for Sonic Frontiers? Remember that? Yeah, they're panicking. Thank you so much for the donation. Oh my god, you guys are crazy. Okay, did I catch up? Am I caught up yet? No? Am I caught up? B127, thoughts on this game was shown to be $40. Thoughts on if this game was $40, I'd be pissed. No, personally, I would be pissed. Not that the game is not to say that this game would be overpriced or underpriced. That's not why. I would be pissed that they made a budget game after 5 years. I would be mad. Red Hot Sonic complaining about getting free money. Red Hot Sonic, stop it. You're making me sound like the bad guy. I'm not used to this still. Thank you. Yo, Revenant Knockout. Everyone, it's time to raid Sonic Team, get torches. No, I don't think that's ideal. I don't know what to say. They'll hear us. They need to get their shit together. Jaden Buck, even if IGN is at fault for poorly showcasing the game, that's still a blow towards Sega and Sonic Team, because that means they blew tons of money to a company that clearly don't have good history with it. Jaden Buck, here's the thing, because people do shut on IGN a lot here, and I think so too. They have a right to. But there is a chance that IGN didn't play this. There is a chance that this footage was given to them and then they were able to showcase it. Either way, horrible marketing by Sega. At the end of the day, Sega's marketing is the ones at fault. The game was marketed horribly, and now people don't like this game and they don't want to buy it. Marketing failed. Jaden Buck, thanks so much for the donation. You got guys, literally, what? Oh my god. You guys are wild. You guys are actually wild. I really appreciate you. Oh my god! Why do we have 1,000 people here? What the fuck? Yo, chat, how long was that there? How long did we have 1,000 people here? I didn't even know that. I scrolled and I saw it. What the hell? Yo, Shadowverse, says, I swear to you, those puzzles were ripped right out of Rise of the Lyric, and that only scared me for this game more. I definitely agree with you on that. Thank you much for the donation. Marnie, Sam, I understand it is so frustrating since Sonic is a character with so much potential. I would argue more than Mario. It's such a waste. It is a waste, and I really appreciate you saying that, and I'm gonna go into that as well. So, Octocam and friends, my problem with Frontiers is that it relies way too much on automation, and the funny thing is that Sonic GT has no automation at all. Exactly, thank you. There's clear examples of how to do it. Thank you. Yo, drinking more. Sam, just take our money, dang it. No, I will not. Thank you, I will. Thank you. College bills. Thank you so much. Okay, last one. The Nameless says, the fact that Sonic went down the slope of that one ruins area and didn't gain speed shows me that they just slapped the forces physics in this game. Yeah, you're right on that. The name, you're right. I believe so. Yo, this Spartan Dragon says, imagine 4 years on engine, 1 year game like Forces. No, they better not have. They better not have. I don't even know if that was true, by the way, in the end. Damon Procrastinates. I'm also very disappointed. Hope they can fix it. Me too. Nice name, by the way. Sebastian says Sega needs Jesus. I think they need more than that. They need Sega, Jonathan Sega. All right, we're caught up. If I missed a donation, I'm sorry. Real quick before we get started, give me the biggest heart spam in the chat right now for everyone that's donated and supported the stream tonight. You guys really made up for the, like, I couldn't stream yesterday and I was really sad about it, and you guys definitely made up for that, so thank you guys. Oh my god, you guys just decided, what the hell. Fabio, in a perfect game, Silent Team would be giant. We would be excited with an Adventure 4 trailer and a teaser trailer for Sonic Unleashed 3. Can we dream? Keep dreaming. Definitely keep dreaming. Yo, Balbert Palquin, my biggest issue with the lack of momentum is the animations. Sonic doesn't tilt when changing direction. When punching, he just put his arm forward. And for his trick animation, we all know that one. I counted the frames of that trick animation. It has 9 frames of animation. 9 frames of animation. That's it. That's why it looks so quick. Balbert, thank you so much. Master System just says gameplay was by Sega, not IGN, confirmed by IGN. Well, there you go. That makes it even worse. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Alrighty, let's jump in on this, and I'll try to catch up when I can on stuff here. Yeah, 9 frames. I counted it. So. IGN no, I don't care. 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 All right, let's go into this. All right, listen. Oh, let me have the relaxing music back on. So, we're going to go through everything. The world looks beautiful. We already said that. I already said that in my videos. The world looks beautiful. Have no problems with that. Graphics look great. I am going to bring something up right now. Okay? I'm going to bring up something that I think everyone needs to pay attention to. And is the number one... I'm going to start with the number one reason. Right? Do you guys want to know what they are hiding in this trailer? There is something they are hiding, and I will tell you what it is. It's something that my friends brought up to me, and it's something that I've noticed, and someone did notice on Twitter. There's one thing they are hiding from you in this trailer. Do you want to know what it is? All right, let me tell you. It's not what you think. It's not obvious. It's not a HUD. It's not popping, right? That shit is there. You're right there. Not the Chaos Emerald. No. What I'm talking about, what they are hiding, and I mean hiding, is literally the fact that they know Sonic controls like shit. And I will explain why. Okay? All right? I have my reasons, and people brought it up to me. Okay? This is a big deal. So, did you guys realize, did you guys notice, and I'll catch up with donations in a bit here. Did you guys notice they never stopped walking in this trailer? Did you guys notice that they never stopped running? They never went from run to stop. They always walked, ran, back to walk, and then the screen they would stop moving. They would never stop and run or run and stop. They would constantly tilt the stick forward a little bit to get a little bit of walking before anything. They are trying to give you the illusion that Sonic has weight, but he doesn't have weight. And I guarantee you, because there is proof in this trailer, that if you are running in this game, holding the stick forward, going full speed, if you stopped holding forward, Sonic will stop on a dime. No weight. That is why they're walking the entire time in this. They are hiding it. They know. They know it's there. That's why they're doing it. And the reason we know that is because they fucked up. There's one part in this trailer, one, where they went from slight run to stop. And we see it here. And yes, this is a rant. Right here. This is the only time in the trailer. The only time in the trailer you will see them go from run to stop. think about it. Why do they always go from run to slight walking to back to running to slight walking? Why are they always tilting the stick forward a little bit? Because they're hiding it. Right here. Look at this. You ready? Watch this. Stop. That's the only point in the trailer where he's not fully walking. He does start to speed up here. Look, he goes into a jog there. It's the only time in the trailer, I checked, the only time in the trailer they go from run to walk. The only time. Look at it again. Let's go, sister. There's no wait. There's no wait. So now, when we go through this and I show you this, you're gonna wonder, why is it that they constantly walk and go slow? Why is that? Why is it? Because they know he has no weight. They're giving you the illusion of acceleration and the illusion of physics because they don't have any. Which pisses me off because that tells me they know. They know. Look it. And you could tell this is not just a regular walk animation. Like there's no run button in this game. There's no run button. They're tilting the stick forward. And we know that. We know they're tilting the stick forward slightly to do the illusion of walking because of this right here. Look at this. Look right here. Look at him. Ready? Watch this. Look at that. Look at that. What's that? What do you think caused that? They're not holding the stick forward fully. That's proof right there. They're tilting it like a centimeter. They're barely tilting the stick to walk first before they start running. They want you to think Sonic has weight. He doesn't. There's no physics in this game, and they're hiding it from you. They're pretending he has physics, Super Sonic 68. They're pretending he has physics. Why would they do that? It's almost like they know. They know. If you let go of the stick right now, he'll stop on a dime. Right there, he did do a screech, so they probably held the stick back to get that animation. But look at that right there, too. He just stops on a dime. There's no weight. No physics. It's the force of Sonic in an open world. That's my number one problem. That's my number one problem with this game so far, is there's no physics. The control is obviously crap, and they know it, and they're hiding it. They're hiding it, because they know. Another main problem, and this is something Dave Luddy mentioned, and he will be probably joining the stream later on. Yeah, Dave Luddy will probably be joining at some point. I do want to be alone real quick, because I didn't stream yesterday. So, I'll be trying to getting special guests in here, and then after I'll probably join the stream room, but I do want to talk about this myself, because I'm yelling. But yeah, that's the big number one bombshell. They are hiding that he has no weight to him. That's why they walk everywhere in the trailer. This is a big problem. Like, what? Hold on. I'll go into this right now. Let me go into this right now. If you guys haven't seen this yet, this is from Dave Luddy on Twitter, Badnik Mechanic.
In Sonic Adventure 2, the distance I travel up the rail is determined by my speed and resulting momentum based on how much goes into it. It just keeps going. It doesn't decrease.
And to some people, that might seem like a nitpick, right? Oh, the rails give you acceleration, right? Like, oh, that's a nitpick, right? No. This is bigger than the rails. If there's no physics on the rails, there's no physics in the game. That's what I'm saying. This is bigger than the rails. This is bigger than that one section. This is about the physics in the game, and there's no physics. And I go back to what was the number one thing people complained about in Sonic Forces was the level design and the control. And they didn't listen to the whole control shit, apparently. Oh, man. I'm ranting now. Let me see here. I missed so much stuff, guys. I'm so sorry. East, thank you so much for subscribing. Relevant Knockout says, but nah, real talk. What I want Sega to do is before going into game development, they should upload a survey for what we want in the next game. They do that already! Revenant, they do that! They did that after Generations, after Lost World, after Boom, after Sonic Mania, after Forces, after Team Sonic Racing, after Sonic Colors Ultimate, and they do that. They do those surveys every year, Revenant. They already do that. They already did that. You guys don't remember? They did that after Forces. They already do it. They just didn't listen. The Storyteller, thanks so much for subscribing. Astro Seed. If you have trouble playing the file, you can just drag it into a new internet tab. Oh, I could try. I think it's, let me check the download. It's probably done downloading. But I mean, this is fine right now. But yeah, I'm okay with having that on. It's okay. Thank you so much, though. Astro Seed. It's good for me to have that. I might jump to it. Yo, McGuire, thanks so much for subscribing. Izaki says, Izika says, all we can do is just keep Frontiers trending on Twitter so they can delay it. Also, it's not Sonic Team, it's the director. He put out nothing but mid. I don't think it would be just the director, right? I mean, he's clearly, right, the guy on top. So, I understand that. And I'm going to also go into the whole... You know, people oftentimes blame Azuka, but I don't think Azuka has anything to do with this. And I'm also... Here's the thing, man. Here's the thing, guys. Azuka works in the Burbank office, right? This game and Sonic Team are not in the US. They're in Japan. So this... I really think this kind of lies on the foot of Mario Kishimoto, in my opinion. But I think it also is more than that, though. I don't think it's just one guy. It's never one guy. Izaki, thank you so much. Jamie says, same energy as the teacher in The Incredibles. Thank you so much, Jamie. I appreciate it. Coincidence? I think not! Yo, Sonic Dude, thanks so much. Makito, thanks so much as well. Just a Mountain of Soul says, so you donate $20? What the heck? So seeing this gameplay, what do you think? What would be able to be overhauled? Would they be able to overhaul the momentum / physics in 6 months? No, they can't. They can't. What if they could? I mean, I'm not in an open zone being able starting to get more Sonic-y levels designed in last time. Just a Mountain Soul, I don't think they can do it in 6 months. Here's the thing. They don't have people keep throwing this around. They don't have 6 months. They have 5 months, maybe less than that, 4 months, because this game comes out at the holiday this year. They don't release games in December. They release it in November, the month before Christmas. And then on top of that, the game has to be done before it's ready to ship for licensing stuff. So they really have like 4 months to really have it be in a golden state. They don't got time for this. They have to delay it. They have to delay it. Just a Mountain Soul, thanks so much for the $20, dude. You're insane. You are insane. Thank you so much for the incredible support. African says, Sega found the loophole in how to not fall off. 1, appeal to children. 2, turn the Sonic franchise into multimedia franchise. No, I don't think that's entirely true because they are trying to appeal to children. That much is true. But multimedia, I don't know how much that would actually make Sega, right? I think the majority of their revenue will still come from games, not from licensing. So they still can make a lot more money if they just get it right. right? So they need to make money that way because they're a big gaming company. If they're not doing that, then they would fail. You know what I mean? Like if they all they have to do was license out Sonic all the time, then they wouldn't need a game development studio. Why would they be paying hundreds of people for? You know, they would be losing money if they don't get this right. Freakin', thank you so much for the donation. Chiron, thanks so much for the donation as well. Rufix says, I'm quite surprised that Twip didn't upload or react to this madness. He didn't? Let me check. I missed Twip. Where's he at? He didn't. Where's Twip? Where is Twip? That is bizarre. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I don't know. Maybe he's busy with school stuff? Or maybe he decided to not do this with like what they did with Forces? Yeah. How hard is it to remake Sonic Adventure physics from 1999? Apparently too hard. Even then, the physics in Sonic Adventure wasn't even perfect. It was good, but it wasn't even perfect. There's room to improve. They just don't try. Yo, Chaos Scorpion, thank you so much for the subscribing. Danny, thank you as well. Lodmod says, Sega of Japan always seems to be the cause of all of Sega's problems. I wouldn't say that entirely. I mean, for example, wasn't Sonic Boom like a Western thing? So I can't say it's all of Sega Japan. I can't say that. I think there's not enough communication between both studios. I think that much is true. That's just me. Your boy Grunty, thanks so much for being here, your boy Grunty. It's good a while. It says, yo, chat, totally ate my last dono. Y'all crazy today, but to add to it, I think it's time. Wait, did I miss a dono, dude? I'm so sorry. Let me go back. Add to it, I think it's time for the West to take this franchise back. Not being funny, but some of the better games have come from Western divisions. Watch Christian Whitehead make something nuts. I do think there should be more communication between both studios. I think both of them can still work. They just got to communicate. Your boy Curtin, let me scroll back real quick. I don't want to miss a donation. That's not how it works here. I got to read all of them. You donated $20. So sorry I missed this. He goes, just for the record, I think your reaction to this and your emotions were justified. And it kind of made me sad to see my boy deflated. So I think now Sonic Team should shave their heads and pour coffee over their keyboard. Thank you so much, your boy Grunty. You're absolutely right. I appreciate you always having my back. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. We're going to do heart spam at the end. Liberation, thanks so much as well. Remy says, my number one fear with this game is the idea of Sega lying to us again. Good way to lose reputation. So we'll see what happens. Ezekiel says, I believe that they need to go back to the drawing board on this. I don't think they need to go back to the drawing board. They have, with like most Sonic games, the concept is good, the execution is bad. It needs more time in the oven and there needs to be tweaks. Absolutely needs to be tweaks. Moon Hedgehog, mark my words, if Sonic Frontier sucks, I'm literally going to develop my own fan game out of spite. I'll learn coding and how to program physics. Moon the Hedgehog, I look forward to it. Thank you so much. A freaking fun fact, Sega of Japan is the reason why Sega and Sony consoles didn't collab. I know that. I know that. That's something Tom Kalinske wanted. He wanted to combine Sega and Sony to make the Sega, make Sega Sony and to make a console, and they would have dominated. That is something Sega of Japan did prevent. You're absolutely right on that. Yo, Devil Janjox says, great content. Salute. I don't know what you're saying. I think that's a different language, but I think you're saying you're from the Dominican Republic. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you, Devil. Saying Devil sounds horrible. Devil Juanjox, thanks so much. Meat, your name is just Meat, says, I hope to see Sonic Team give up the rights to Sonic someday to other developments that are they are so incompetent and they're out of touch. It's sad. Well, Meat, I want that too, but I want it to be developers that are competent because they did that with Big Red Button and then we got Sonic Boom, so keep that in mind. Revenant Knockout, thank you so much for the donation. And then Shine Game Hedgehog, thanks so much for subscribing as well. Okay, so hopefully I caught up with everything. I'm sorry if I don't, by the way. There's a lot. All right. So we covered a lot of the physics, and I told you guys what they're hiding in this, what they're clearly hiding. Another thing I want to mention, what's the point of this climbing here? What is the point of this climbing? Because, so he runs anyways, like that. So, I'm kind of lost on the point of that. Again, that walking animation is clear that there's no walk or run animation. They're just tilting the stick forward very slightly to hide. They're trying to give the illusion of physics. Yo, Spider-Man says, I need to start listening to player feedback. Otherwise, I don't see myself supporting modern Sonic games. I'll probably stick to just classic. I mean, we'll see what happens. I appreciate the donation. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. By the way, can we get a huge heart spam in the chat for everyone that donated, please? I'm sorry, I couldn't do a heart spam for each individual one because we'd be here all day. But I really appreciate you guys. Thank you again, Spider-Man. I don't know. Like, I don't know what to do with modern Sonic. This is another problem here. We're gonna go frame by frame. Sonic is turning to the right here, but he's not tilting right. And people will say these are just animations. That doesn't like mean much in the gameplay department. Animation is a huge part of gameplay. When you see it animated well, it feels good. And it's a huge part. It is a huge part of movement. It is. These balloon things here are reused assets from Forces. I remember in Shadows level where you homing attack at the end of the water slide level, those balloon things at Sonic Forces, it's just those things just recolored purple. In fact, most of this stuff is all from Forces, just recolored purple. Again, I don't have a problem with them reusing assets. It just depends on how you use them. So here we see Sonic on top of this Ubisoft tower. Yo, Shadowverse Lycan says, you know what? At this point, Modern Sonic's saving grace is just going to Sonic Prime, watch the show, save the Spoo Boy more than the games. I don't want to give up. I'm never going to give up on Modern Sonic. One day they're going to hit such a bad low where they have to bounce back and they have to bring the big guns. One day it will happen. I don't know when, but one day it will. And it sucks that we have to appear so far that we're going to have to still wait. Shadowverse, thank you again. I'm hoping for Sonic Prime to be good too. Ezeka says, I believe they do need to go back to the drawing board because a lot of what is here is reused from Phantasy Star and Sonic Forces. Yeah. It does look like a lot of this is from Phantasy Star, I won't lie. That's not a bad thing though. I like Phantasy Star. Yo, John Breiser, thanks so much. And then Octocam and Friends says, this is the reason why I moved on to Splatoon series because I can't trust Sega making a third Sonic game. A Sonic 3D game. I mean, you could do both. I would, I don't think I could ever leave this series. I just can't. Sonic is too close to me in my heart. I just think, yeah, I'm going to play other stuff on the meantime. I always do, but I don't blame anyone for abandoning the series. I can't blame them. If the multimedia stuff isn't for you and the games just aren't doing it, then what can I say, Master System says, thank God I streamed Classic Sonic on my channel. Yeah, Classic Sonic still does things right. Do you think Azuka should retire if this goes down the loophole? Hugs from Argentina. Erwin, I don't think Azuka has anything to do with this. Genuinely, I don't. Azuka is not the director. He wasn't the director for Forces either. Azuka has not been hands-on on this, so I don't know. He's not making the games. Sonic Team Japan is, so I think that's where the problem lies. I wouldn't point at Azuka. I think Azuka is probably doing what he can in the position he's in. He's not making the games, though. Anyway, so there's something I want to bring up real quick right here. And I'll continue to read more donations after. Sorry, my voice is getting tired. And I want to make sure I covered more gameplay. So right here, when Sonic walks toward the rings, you guys will notice, by the way, that the rings just go off to the right. And this is something me and my friends were talking about. We're wondering why they did that. Why are the rings doing this? Like, what is this arch, right? Look at this. I'm gonna go frame by frame. Okay? Look at this. Where are they going? Why are they going to the side, right? And then they come back and they go into Sonic. It's very bizarre. And then there's something we've noticed here with these rails, which, by the way, I want to mention again with the no physics thing. The speed Sonic is going when he goes down this rail to where he is over here on this rail is the same speed, and that is bizarre as hell. Look at the rings here. The rings don't look like they're going into Sonic. They look like they're going behind him. And that made us question, is there supposed to be some sort of thing, some sort of second character following Sonic, but they hid that? Like they didn't have that model in this trailer, and that thing is collecting the rings instead? Like, what are those onion characters that look like Chow, maybe? I don't know. It looks like, I don't know. You think it could be a HUD thing? I don't know. It's not really going all the way to the corner either. It's just going behind Sonic here. It's like going here. So, like, I'm wondering, like, is there supposed to be, like, maybe a character, like, following Sonic? Because remember the leaks were mentioning the Ghost Girl? Maybe the rings go to her? That or this animation is just broken. I don't know. RetroKid says Sega should just put out a demo instead of trying to relying on fools who don't play Sonic. I don't know. My expectations are low, but I have hope. We in this together. I have hope too, RetroKid, and I'm hoping that tomorrow's gameplay changes my mind. Which, by the way, there will be gameplay tomorrow. I will be covering it, so make sure you guys are hit the bell on the channel. If you guys know when I upload, I'm going to be covering everything for Frontiers. Everything. I'm going to do reactions and analyses for everything. Yo, Jaron the Kid says, a big red button wasn't Sonic Boom's problem. Sega of Japan came in last minute and made the change what they had, and when the Wii U deal made it worse. That is a big problem, Jaron. I do know, I did hear about that, that they did sign that exclusivity deal with Nintendo, and they had to make a game that wasn't designed for Wii U for Wii U. I did hear about that, but there was still some fundamental design flaws with Boom that I think just were dealt with the team as well. John Brazier says, if there's any hope of them polishing this in time in Spider-Man 4 game, the momentum and animations make you feel like you're swinging around the city. Really makes you feel like Spider-Man. Wait, did I not read? Oh, sorry, my thing updated. I'm so sorry, John. My thing updated, and that was not what you said. You said, if there's any hope for them polishing this in time, they just need to let fan devs help them. How far is that? And I bet that they would do it for free out of sheer love of Sonic. So, I don't know about fan devs getting involved now. I think they just need to listen to feedback and incorporate them. I think, John, what we need, though, is what they did with Sonic Mania. They had fan developers that are passionate and and most importantly, not just talented. I can't talk anymore. Most importantly, Christian Whitehead and Stealth, they are talented individuals that know what they're doing. That's what we need from Modern Sonic. We need a passionate team that knows what Sonic needs to go in there and to do it, not just any regular fan. But regarding this game though, they're so far in development. I wouldn't want anyone. I don't know. I just think the team that they have now can do it. They probably just chose not to, or they really are that incompetent. I don't know. John, thank you. My voice is going crazy. Hey, big guy, little guy. So good to see you, by the way, Mr. Pasquale. Congratulations on the marriage, by the way, Mr. Pasquale. Congratulations. Can we get a congratulations for Mr. Pasquale and Cess, please, in the chat? Yo, John Brazier, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate you. Sorry, guys, my voice is like shot, so like I'm trying my best here. Marnie? Or is that? Yeah, I think it's Marnie. Says, yeah, I see myself giving up, and it makes me so sad. I don't know. I'm sure there's going to be something in there for you at some point. Something in there for Sonic. At some point. I'm not going to give up hope yet. Maybe temporarily give up hope. Maybe. I gave up between 2012 to 2016. I wanted nothing to do with Sonic. I didn't look up any Sonic videos or anything. And that's because of Sonic Boom and Lost World. Yo, Curtis Style says, how do you feel if they gave up on an auto mode? If they gave us an auto mode, minimal momentum, and a manual mode, full momentum. Hope for Sonic GT plus Sonic CD. Co-op, they're not going to do that. I don't think they're going to do that. What's the point? Why even have a full auto mode? Like, you shouldn't be afraid to let people, even kids. When we were kids, we played games like Sonic Heroes. Like, that game, and by all intents and purposes, is hard. That's a hard game to beat, 100%. And we did that as kids. Kids aren't stupid. Kids can play hard games. You don't need to make an auto mode. It's unnecessary. And it takes away what Sonic is known for. He's not known for speed. He's known for momentum. Keep that in the game. That's my thoughts. Curtis, thank you so much for the donation. Fabio, with a huge donation, says, what Sam was talking about is never a one-person problem. Look at Square Enix. They don't blow their heads down even if they are wrong. The director of Final Fantasy 14 and 16, Nakai Yoshida, is carrying Square Enix on his back. Yeah. So, okay, I'm confused though, because you said it's never a one-person problem, but your example made it seem like one person can carry the team. I think it depends, right? If this game, I feel like this game is too big for it to be a one-person thing. I think whoever, again, it's the same problem I have all the time. Whoever's in charge of step one with the control, that person is the person that needs to just do something else. Fabio, thank you for the incredibly generous donation. Yo, Meat. A good example for open world game is Spider-Man PS4. Game momentum and the animations make you feel like you're swinging around the city. And that is a good example because the momentum in that game is good, but the animations make it feel so smooth and I love it. Yo, Prime, what's up? Heard you were getting flack on your reaction. Oh, fuck. Sorry, your entire donation just disappeared. It just updated. Hold on, I'm going to get back to you. At Aether Drive, how much of this reveal is close to that leak from an employee on the development team from a couple of months back? I don't know about that leak. I just know about the original leak. All the leaks after that I stopped listening to because anyone could have made that up. So I think there's literally 2 leaks that had any sort of credibility, and then I just gave up. Ether Drive, so I wouldn't know Ether. Thanks so much for the donation. DeWeet, thank you so much. Ezekiel says, if you... Sorry, 1 second. I like Phantasy Star 2, and I also like photorealism in Sonic more, but isn't everyone saying he's out of place in the overall design of looks sloppy? I don't think he looks totally out of place. I think it's just like... I don't think he's totally out of place, just everything is so purple. Everything is so purple and gray. I think they're afraid to saturate this world, and I don't see that. I don't see why. I guess in that regard, Sonic can seem out of place, but it's okay to have a different aesthetic from what's already established. It kind of gives the game its own, what do you call it? Its own feel, its own look, you know? Well, let me see here. There's so many, sorry, I'm trying to catch up here. Premi said, heard you were getting flack for your reaction. Welcome to the dark side. It's lonely here. Premi, no, please. I don't want to be on the dark side. Yeah, no. So Premi, like, I mean, was I ever not on the dark side? What's up? Hey, what's up, Surgeon Second Sonic? It's good to see you here. Okay, was I never not on the dark side? Like, I didn't like Forces. I wasn't a big fan of Team Sonic Racing. I liked Mania. I thought Colors Ultimate was decent, except for when it wasn't. We need more people on the dark side. We lost Twit. Where the hell is Twit, Premi? We were actually talking about that earlier. He didn't upload. Where the hell is he? Christian Barnes says, Sam, react to this video, please. Everything wrong with Sonic Frontiers gameplay. Everything wrong with Sonic Frontiers gameplay? I probably I will, but I want to stick to this right now. I don't want to watch like fan-made stuff right now. Thank you so much though. Yo, Neon says, how long has this game apparently been in development for again? Also, when Sonic grinds up the rail. Oh my god, it just updated again. Okay. You guys are getting crazy, man. You guys are getting crazy. The way Sonic grinds up the rail bugs me. It bugs me too. I'm going to try to go fast because I want to get back to this. I don't want this whole stream to be me reading donos. These guys are insane. I really appreciate your guys' support. I really do. Neon Generation says, how long is... Yeah, thank you so much. Benny says, hey, Sam, happy Friday morning from Australia. I'm really hoping we would see some serious sense of speed with Sonic Frontiers. Now, I'm not so sure if it'll happen. We'll have to see, Benny. Yo, John says, Project Hero devs, I'm telling you, sheesh. Don't get me started on that. Project Hero looks so good. Yo, Shardman, a lot of people are saying Sonic running on walls looks really weird. That's just collision. So, here's the thing. Let me go to that part that they're talking about. I know what part they're talking about. They're talking about this. Right here. That. They're talking about this part here, where he's clearly running the wrong way. Feels bad, man. Seriously, look. What? Yeah. I don't know. It definitely does seem a little out of place. But even if it's just collision, that's still bad collision. They gotta fix it. John, thanks so much. And Shard, thank you so much as well. You guys are crazy today. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm really trying my best to read all these and catch up and do this, but like it's getting really hard. You guys are going crazy, and I can't keep up. I can't even. I don't think I could ever. All right. So Fabio, I mean, Nakoya Yoshida's team, but the donations don't let me put more words. Oh, I got it. And yes, a team, Yoshida taking care of 2 games. 14 is a MMO and 16 is an RPG. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, it really does go to show though, it's not all on one person, but it really depends on how the team is and the synergy and how good they are, you know? Thank you so much, Fabio. I appreciate it. Ezekiel says, if they want to give the game its own feel, give it a unique model. Look, I'll say this again. I don't have a problem with the Forces model. I don't like it as much as past models like Unleashed. I don't hate the Forces model. I hate how they animated the Forces model. I hate that this model doesn't stretch. Except it does, and I'm going to go over that now. All right, so I'm not going to wait anymore. I think I'm going to read donations and go into what you guys are saying in real time. So, because you guys are just going crazy today. So, here's the thing, guys. You know how the biggest problem we have with Sonic is that this model never stretches? For example, look at this punch animation real quick. Look at this. Do you remember in Shadow the Hedgehog when Shadow would punch, his arms would get bigger and would stretch, and you could see that cartoon nature in it? I like that. And it makes it feel like it has more of an... Even though the combat in Shadow the Hedgehog was shit, it made it feel impact. And I like that, right? This looks horrible, right? Here's the thing! Here's the thing. My tonsils are burning. You guys destroyed me today. Actually, it's right here. Sorry about that. 1 second. I'm going to show you guys something. Look at his leg. They stretched the leg. They can stretch him. They just choose not to. They stretch the leg for the stomp. That's the only time they ever do that, though. And it's like, why? And actually, I think I have a better example of this, too. Let me go to it. And by the way, chat, there's also a big problem with this game. And I know we mentioned the pop-in. But this is bad. Look at this. Look at the floor real quick. Look at the floor. So what you're looking at right now is alpha footage. This is beta footage. And this is the final product. Yeah, the pop-in is really bad. And also, and again, I'll go into all these. There's a lot of areas in the game. Especially here. Oh, especially here. You ready for this? You ready for this, chat? You ready for this? You ready? Maybe you guys didn't see this. You guys ready? Hold on. Let me full screen. Let me, like... I need to, like, do another scene where, like... Hold on. There we go. Look at this. Look at this real quick. Oh, shoot. Like, it's bad. It's bad. Like, I could literally see a structure over here, too, that we weren't even supposed to see. Because it's supposed to be covered by foliage. But then, boop, it's gone. Right? And then, that's not it, though. That's not it, though. And I also got that forest here. Pops in, right? And then, we cut back to here. Right? We cut back to here. And then, boop, 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 boop. We got some problems. Like the pop-in is not just a couple springs, okay? We literally got the whole map despawning based on the camera. We gotta do better than that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let me just go back to where we were. I'm like losing focus here. I'm gonna read donations after, because I want to get back to this. People were mentioning that these coins have a Chow head on them. I don't think that's true. I think this coin is for the turning maneuver Sonic does when he does the paraloop thing. Because that's not a Chow head, that's an arrow. If you guys look closely here, this is an arrow. Like, there's arrows. Like, it's an arrow that does a loop. And it looks like the paraloop thing. So I don't know if that's really a Chow head. I really think it's more so like probably currency. Because yeah, that's definitely an arrow. There's definitely like a divot here. And then, so I don't know. We'll see. Enhance? You want me to enhance it? Oh fuck. You guys really want me to like go full out detective? I could try. Hold on. Let me try to get the best angle of this. Display. Whoop. Stop it. Stop it. Stop fighting me. Do what I say, OBS. There. See that? It's an arrow. I think that's for the paraloop. I don't think that's actually a Chow head. So, that's just me, though. How's the stream, by the way? Are we still good? What the hell? It really just got better the second I went live. That's crazy. But yeah, so there's that, right? Looks like a hook. Yeah, in a way. But yeah, I think it's definitely supposed to be an arrow. We already talked about this. Talked about how necessary that climb is. We talked about how they're hiding, that there's no weight to this and they know it, and they're trying to give the illusion of physics. Fabio, Sega is targeting high review scores. I know they are. I know. I'm so sorry, guys. I missed so many donations. I'm just trying to read all of them. Coins. What do you think? Would a trailer showing a fully sheeshed out Chow Guard be enough to sway fans' opinions on this game we're currently in? No. It doesn't matter how cool that Chow Garden is. If the base game is not fun, then like that's a problem. Yeah, if the Chow Garden is in the game and it's fun, then that's a cool aspect and I could have fun there, but I want to also have fun playing the main game. So, yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you. Supersonic 68. What if on the next official Sonic live stream, we all agree to shout physics, momentum in both chats? Now, I know it's not Katie's fault that the game is this way, but she's the only link between the fans and developers we've got. Don't do it, please. Don't do that. Guys, here's the thing. And I know people do this all the time. They keep having movements in the live stream chats. Guys, I'm the moderator for that chat, right? I like, they know this. The Sega already knows this. They know what you want, especially the social media team. They're watching. They know this stuff. There's no reason to do that. Please don't do that. No. And at the end of the day, if you spam that, I'll probably have to time you out. So it's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna help anyone. I get what you're trying to. I know you're trying to give awareness to it. But I don't think you need to do that because they know. They do know. And they clearly see what's going on. And also, I will mention, yeah, like I don't think that's going to do anything. I don't think that's going to do anything. Do they know? Because if they're listening now, were they not listening then? Here's the truth, Supersonic 68. The people who made this game are not the people that are making that are not the people in California. They're not the people that do those live streams. If you want to shout that, you should probably do it like under Sega's official stuff, not the Sonic stream made by the people, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I can't agree to that. Like, I would say if they ever do a survey, that's when you say it. If they ever have a Q&A, then you do it. And just make your voices heard on Twitter and on videos. I don't think going into live stream chats and spamming it is going to do anything. I don't think it's going to get that far. You know what I mean? And you gotta remain civil. Yeah, you gotta be professional. If you're not professional, they're not gonna look at it. You know what I mean? You gotta maintain professional. Your boy Grunty says, I want to throw something out there. We've had quite a few problematic releases from games even outside of Sonic, and I've started to question if it's just poor development, or are the game engines to blame, because I'm starting to think the latter. I don't know. I mean, I do think the problem... There is a problem that lies with the engine that Sonic uses, that they've been using for Sonic. I do think there's a problem with that. Yeah, Premi, I did talk about that. They did do surveys, and they clearly didn't listen. That's why I think it's important, especially now, to be loud on social media. I mean, hell, major YouTubers are covering this game and are mentioning what we're saying, and I think that's good. Only then will I think changes will be made, you know? Should it be this way? No, I don't agree it should be this way. I think they are at fault. We're good to thank you for the donation. I don't know. Yeah, I do think a bit of it has to do with the engine. Guys, I'm so sorry. My voice is shot. I'm trying my best to read all this. So I will just say this, like, if you donate, just can you wait? Can you guys wait on the donations, actually, please? I'm trying to, my throat is dying. Think about this: automated sections, basic puzzles, barebone exploration. Sega is basically making Baby's first open world game. It does seem like that. I think what it is it's their first attempt at an open world game, and it's obvious. And the problem is we don't have time for them to do this. If they wanted to make an open world game and make an attempt at it, they should have did this years ago when open world games were new. Open world games are so common now. There's so much material to get examples of and details from that even if this is their first attempt at making it, there's no excuse for how bare bones it is. They should know what we would like in an open world game, you know? Yo, Starwise says, hey Sam, hope everything's going well for you. Also, have you noticed that when Sonic switches between rails around... Oh, we're going to get to that. I know exactly what you're talking about. So, for those that don't know, right here, Sonic is switching rails. But he's doing the wrong animation while doing that. And I have to ask, or I have to wonder real quick. Forces. Oh god, I can't spell forces. Hold on, I gotta see something real quick. Hello, procrastinators. I think you guys know what I'm doing. Hold on. I gotta see something. Oh my god! Oh my... Alright, so we got one ring. Backflip.
Oh my god, look at this.
Backflip.
Oh, it wasn't even on the death egg.
Wait. Backflip.
That's true, because
Front flip. Wait, did he, was that a different animation? Hold on. Backflip. Front flip. So in Sonic Forces it was right. Okay. Yeah, so in Sonic Forces the animation was right. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt for this one. That maybe that's just not done. But it should definitely be done by now. So, yeah. So he does do the wrong animation here when he switches rails. I don't know. The animation in Forces was right, apparently. So, I don't know what to tell you. Thank you so much, Starwise. I don't know. I don't know if that's in the game or if that's just not finished. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt since they're using Sonic stuff. That it's... You know, that it's probably just not implemented yet. I don't know. It should have been implemented. Amy Jade says, Sam's procreation station. What the hell? No, stop. Alkabuti says, what do you say is the best Sonic story? For me, it's Black Knight. What do you think Sonic Adventure story will rival Sonic Adventure 2, Black Knight, and Unleashed? In terms of what I think is the best story? Man, I really like Adventure. Huh. I would say Adventure. I'd probably say Adventure has the best story in my opinion. It's hard to choose though because the stories are always crap for the most part. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell. In terms of what I think the story would be like, I have no idea. I think it'd be good though, because Ian's writing it, and I hope. Well, he's penning it. I don't know what that means. He's penning it. What does that mean? I'm hoping at least there's a good story to be had here. You know, Jaden Buck. So, how do we think they're gonna handle the Switch version? No idea. Don't even want to know. I don't want to know. I don't know. Thank you so much, Jaden. And then, oh god, there's so many Shardman. So, Sam, did you know that Sonic gets to the structures and it's wait, did you know when Sonic gets to the structures and it is raining, there are little rain droplets bouncing off of Sonic, but it's really hard to see. That's actually cool, and that is something I know. I do think it's cool having when there's rain. I do like that. I do like that there's a weather thing here. In a lot of Sonic games, like the day-night cycle and weather stuff would always be cut. So the fact that that's actually a thing is cool. And that's good detail. I like that. The game looks beautiful. And I think that's great. Charterman, thanks so much. Fabio says, Sega's targeting high review scares. They definitely are. Especially Punk Rocker. Bro, the sound effects collecting these coin clips. For real, listen to this. The audio is hilarious. When he collects coins? I don't really see a problem with it. Is there a specific thing? Is it like a royalty-free sound? I don't really get it. Sound-wise, it seems okay. I don't really have a problem with it, to be honest with you. I guess the one thing I will say is it sounds like a menu thing. It doesn't sound like a collectible. That sounds like something you would hear in a menu. Sounds pretty weird. It sounds delayed. I think what's delayed is the fact that you collect these coins when Sonic doesn't seem to be really near them. Like, look, what the fuck? What? Hold on, stop. That's my problem. The coin is over here. Sonic's over here, but he collects it. How? What's going on? Yeah, grind rail up the rail. You know what, real quick. Yeah, is Dave Luddy there? I know he wanted to call. I'm sorry, it took me forever. Let me make sure he's there before I call him, because he probably since we're at the rail section, I'll let him talk about what he wanted to say. It's alright, because my voice has been destroyed. I need someone else to talk for a bit. Let's see if he's there. But in the meantime, yeah. Let me go into some of these here. So we talked about all this, all that, lack of animation, the fact that they're hiding, and they're giving the illusion of momentum, which is really funny. I think it's funny. By the way, thank you guys for all the subs, by the way. I see you guys. Thank you. Go back. Wait, hold on. There's something I just realized. There's one thing missing here. I wonder if there's a way to, like... Huh, that's weird. Wonder if you have to get up there before it disappears or something. This is something weird. So a lot of people... so Evan at Tails Channel mentioned that when Sonic runs through the flowers, it would be cool if the flowers moved, right? Like if they moved while Sonic ran through them, so it doesn't seem so static. And I think he's absolutely right on that. But what's weird is they do something like that, but for some reason they do it with the rocks. Explain that one. With rocks. And better yet, the rocks move. Same thing with the coins. I think the collision in this game is fucked. Because, look at this here. Ready? 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 Didn't touch the rocks. Didn't touch the rocks. Didn't touch the rocks. The rocks break. He's not near the rocks. And same thing with collecting that coin back there. How big is Sonic's, like, hitbox? I think there's something wrong with the collision in this game, big time. This is another thing here that's really weird about this, let me go into this here, right here. Guys, you want to talk about automation? Let's talk about it. You want to talk about what it's like. So this person playing clearly missed jumping on time to get the ring, but the game anyways goes boop, 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 boop. And it just snaps him to the center anyways, because yeah, he clearly missed it, but I mean, whatever. Oh my god. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. All the pop in there. That's fine. This enemy here on the left was like going to attack Sonic. This looks like an evil red ring. I don't. It looks funny. The enemy is also going straight through the ground there. That's all right. Looks cool. There is another attention to detail I do want to mention. Regarding pop-in. And again, I know like open world games have pop-in, but the pop-in on this level is really bad. There's an enemy there that pops in too on the bottom right here. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, he just kind of pops in. I don't know. I feel like that's too close for pop-in. Here, give me 1 second, Jack. Give me 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just the pop-in was too close there. And then Cameron says, hey Sam, how you doing? How you doing? The major issue with the game so far is that Sonic stiffs animations and the lack of anything resembling a living, breathing world. I don't think these will be tweaked though. Cameron, I'm right there with you. I think we're getting toward the tail end of development here, so I don't think I don't think we're going to have enough time to really refine a lot of these. So I definitely agree with you, Cameron, on that. Thank you for the donation, by the way. Darius, thanks so much as well. Bobby for the 33, thank you so much as well. 29 months! You're crazy, dude. You're crazy. I don't know what the hell's going on with this ring here. What is this ring doing? Like, I think one of my friends in chat yesterday mentioned that it looks like a poisonous snake. Like, you're not supposed to touch this. Like, the colors are just activating my fight or flight. I don't know what's going on with that rainbow ring there. It just looks bizarre. You have this wall run section. You get this weird collision here with Sonic, which, whatever. So we're going to talk about reusing assets. Let's talk about reusing animations. This is from Lost World, right? Like, this is straight from Lost World. Animations and all. I'm pretty sure, right? They didn't make any of these animations. So why do they look like crap? Like, they should have refined them. They should have added more frames of animation. There's another enemy on the bottom left there. I just noticed, by the way, in this river here. Another enemy there. That rainbow ring still looking bizarre there. This, oh my god. You got, all right, class, we're going to count together. Want to count together? We're going to count together. So you know how these animations look absolutely disgusting? We're going to count together. Let's count how many frames of animation is used for these. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm no animator. And I don't do game development, right? So I don't have so I can't say too much, but what I will say is I personally don't think 11 frames is enough for a brain in real time to realize what the hell just happened. Like, what is it looking at? There needs to, like, the animation needs to be longer. There's too many, like 10 to 11 frames is not enough. In fact, I counted one of these yesterday, and I'm pretty sure one of the frames was like 9 frames. That's too short. What's up, Moogie Mike? You can see here. Yeah, the game had 5 whole years to put itself together. This is the vision they had from the beginning, and if they want to fix, it means completely making a different new game. I don't know. I feel like some stuff can be done. Like, they need to add more frames of animation. They need to fix a lot of the animations, actually. And they just need to add more terrain stuff in the world. And we've seen The Impossible Made. I don't think they could realistically do that before release. They have to delay the game, though. I'm going to call with a Badnik Mechanic here, because I believe he has some stuff he wants to say regarding this whole spiel. My voice is destroyed. I'm so sorry. You guys went crazy today, so I really appreciate you guys. Hey, what's up, David? Can you hear me? Let me give him a second. He probably just needs to plug in his mic. It's all good.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, can you hear me? Am I talking to Discord?
Just one moment. I don't think my settings set up correct.
You're all good. You're all good. In the meantime, let me see here. We also have thank you, by the way, Cameron, for the donations. I really appreciate all your donations, by the way. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? David, can you hear me?
Oh, why does this always happen?
It's okay.
I can't hear you at the moment.
It's okay.
I can hear you now.
Okay, there we go. Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, fixed.
Yay.
Hello, how
Hi.
are you?
So we're gonna be talking about the wonderful, beautiful world, Sonic Frontiers. We've been talking about a lot of animation stuff. We talked about the rails a bit, and I know you said you actually have some stuff you want to mention too regarding this game. So by all means, do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you live now? Actually.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. Hello, procrastinators.
Sorry, I should have given you that warning.
Sorry, yeah, I was literally just in the middle of working on a Sonic Adventure 2 video, and I was stuck in this new camera mod, and when you called me, the game sort of froze up, and I couldn't actually close it, so it was basically my screen was
Are you
Sonic
playing the
Adventure
Steam
2
version of
forever and
Adventure
ever.
2? Because that bug is...
I am,
Yeah.
but it is heavily modded.
That's not the problem. The base
Yeah.
game has that problem too. Adventure 2 on Steam is horrible.
Well, the thing is, this camera mod is brilliant. It basically turns it into like a movie maker, which is something that would be incredible for Sonic games. But the problem with it is I'm very not used to it, and the fact I'm using a PlayStation 4 controller, and the instructions are written for an Xbox controller, it's quite difficult to figure out what the various combinations are, and you can get very easily locked into a frozen screen. But yeah, that's sorted now. So yeah, let's talk about Sonic Frontiers.
Yeah. We discussed a lot of the rail problems, and I think your video did a good job of talking about like the physics and why
So
it's omitted.
yeah, I'm gonna sort of talk like please forgive me if there's anybody listening, watching who is into game development. I'm gonna bring this like the absolute basic entry level. So something that you have to remember when it comes to physics and stuff with game development. Let's just take the rails as a really good example. That every single rail in that game will have the same coding, the same physics, the same behaviors applied to it. So let's take the one that's on my tweet as an example. That one where it goes up and Sonic never loses any momentum. He's at a constant rate of speed.
Yep, got it on screen right here.
That behavior will be for every single rail in the game. So let's say, for example, I got my wish and you wanted to change that so when Sonic goes up that rail, he loses speed and starts to go down. Sounds great, doesn't it? We've fixed the problem. But now you have to go into every single grind rail in that game and change the behavior, change the design of those layouts so that you don't get stuck. And you have to do it for every single one.
Yeah.
The alternative is to create a unique rail for just that one specific moment. And that is doable, that is a problem, but because you've now created a new object within the game, that's a new resource which the game has to do. It's like God, I'm gonna have to talk about object-oriented programming, and I'm not very good at that. It's kind of like imagine you draw a picture, and you want to make a copy of that picture. You can just say, well, take a look at the picture I've just drawn. But then you want to make another picture and it's similar, but you make one change to it. Like, say it's a picture of a face and you want that face to now have glasses. You now basically have two different pictures. It's really annoying to explain.
Yeah, no, I get you.
This with visual aids, but yeah. So that's kind of the issue. But the rails in this game, yes, they all look different, but the behaviors are all the same. You know, it's sharing it all out. So if you wanted rails which have gravity applied to them, they're now requesting different resources, if that makes sense. Which is it's not impossible to do, but it isn't like something that you can do easily, because then you have to go through every case where you have a rail grinding section and check to make sure it's behaving as you want it to, and so your players can't get basically stuck, which is the problem.
But you see how we're juggling all this to fix a simple problem that would have been resolved had they just did the foundation right from step one, which is momentum.
And this
physics.
is the big problem, because like if I give a very terrible analogy, imagine a skyscraper. What we're looking at right now is we can see the skyscraper is there, and we've just had a tour of it, so we can see like all the furniture's in there and like the carpets are laid, and we basically are like, the elevators, we want them to go sideways now instead of just up and down. okay, we have to tear down the whole skyscraper, but we can't do that. However, we can replace the carpets if you like.
Well,
That's kind
Yeah.
of the analogy here.
My analogy would have been, this is our building. It looks beautiful. It's all furnished. The only problem is the entire building is made out of guano. So don't jump too
Yes,
much, or
so
we're all
that's
gonna
another good one.
die. You know?
Yeah, that is another good.
You know what's
one
funny?
You could do.
You know what's funny? Hold on. Sonic Team. I would love to share my screen with you, but because my internet's been so crap lately, I just want to like not.
That's
split
okay.
up.
I've got your stream up on my other screen as well.
I have a really. I did a video back in 2018 on forces when building a house.
Oh, there's a lot I can't wait
And
to
I
say
made
about
an
that.
analogy to something like that. Listen to this. Quality over quantity. And this is what leads me to problem 2. When building a house, you must start with a proper foundation. If not, the entire structure and quality of the house will be compromised. The same goes with making a video game. When making a game, you must have a proper game engine before you even think about making level designs for said engine. I am going to be very blunt right now, but I believe the boost formula in theory was amazing. But over time, it has become clear that with every game release,
This is right.
it just isn't as satisfying to play as the adventure games. With the boost formula, Sonic's overall control when not boosting feels very sluggish, especially in Sonic Forces. There is no freedom with this game engine. It restricts you from moving in any other direction other than forward and holding the X button to boost. Not to mention that most of the time, it is usually really hard to see what's coming up with the boost formula as Sonic is moving way too fast sometimes. This formula is good for speedrunning, but nothing much past that. This was back in 2018, alright?
Yeah,
And a lot of the whole thing with Foundation, and I think, like, I talked about something else there, but, like, with the Foundation, it's so annoying, because I feel like when we talk about the Sonic cycle, right, I feel like there is no, like, Sonic cycle between games, but I feel like it sounds like I was reading off a script. Yeah, I was not good back then. I think the problem then, though, with Sonic games that we have every time is they have an idea. The idea is good. The concepts are good. The execution is where they fumble. And it's just like and it hurts, because what happens too is they always mess up on step 1, which is first you need to refresh if you have audio delay. Are you guys experiencing audio delays? You guys okay? What I'm saying is, like, before they make a level design, they have to have the control of Sonic down. They have to have the physics and the momentum, and they have to have the interactions between each models done before they actually start building it, right? Again, the foundation has to be done. They always keep building these games on a cracked foundation, and to make up for that, they make really dumb decisions to make up for that later on. Hence, all the grind rails to make sure you don't fly off because his control is shit. Hence why there's absolutely no momentum and the levels are designed so bleakly. That's why there's no loops. That's why there's no corkscrews and all that amazing Sonic level design we expect in an open world Sonic game, because they messed up on step 1. That's also why.
Well,
yeah, go on.
The thing I think there's a huge conversation and debate we could have here, and I think the problem is that with me especially, I'm probably going to jump around to different topics, but recently I don't know if you guys seen it or if anybody in chat saw it. I did a very, very long analysis of Sonic Adventure, and it's something I'm now doing on my channel. I'm looking at different video games and explaining why I think they're good, why I think they're bad, and trying to give you guys a very good in-depth look as to why. And it was the first time I'd played Sonic Adventure for about probably 10 years. It really has been that long. The last time I played it was the PlayStation 3 version. So I've had 10 years of playing Generations, of Lost World, of Forces, and I was quite shocked at how different it is just going back to Sonic Adventure. And the key difference that I noticed is, and this is something as well that I kind of want to argue, how many of us love the phrase the meta era? It's a wonderful phrase.
That's what we've been using to describe between Colors and Onward, right?
But I don't think that's a very accurate or good word to describe. I think a much better one is the automated era.
Yeah.
And the reason for that, and I'm probably going to get some groans from this, is whenever you play a modern game, the emphasis is to make the player go forward and to constantly go. And everything is built up with these moments of spectacle. So the stuff that I've noticed, like when I was playing the Colors Ultimate remake, I noticed that there's certain sections where Sonic will go in a loop and sort of go back on himself and then spin out to like a platforming view. That level transition and geometry is also in Sonic Forces, but it looks really cool. It's a spectacle moment. And the problem with these spectacle moments is they can't really exist in these games without a lot of automated control taken away. Whereas in a game like Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, these spectacle moments are rare. They're not in it.
Yeah.
They're in it. They are, but they're very limited. Like if you think of, say, the Emerald Coast, spectacle moment number 1, the whale.
Oh, the whale, yeah.
The whale chase sequence. And spectacle moment 2 is probably some of the ramps that you go through.
I think the loop,
but,
yeah.
Yeah, but everything else, you have more or less complete control.
Right.
Like, you decide, how am I going to get through this? Like, the first thing that you encounter when you're in that area are 3 Badniks. What are my options? I can spin dash through them. I can run past them. I can homing attack them. Imagine for a minute this was a boost game. What are my options? I can homing attack them, but that's slow and it's not very effective. Or I can boost straight through them. And that's it.
Yeah.
It looks cool, but my thinking is literally just, well, I've got really 2 options here. I can just press and hold one button and I can go through. Or if it was, say, in something like one of the Adventures games, I now have to think more about, do I navigate carefully around them? Do I try and chain attack some homing attacks, which, yes, you don't get any like boost energy from them, but it is a way to progress through them? Or do I physically navigate around them? Bear in mind they could try and go for me if they want.
Right.
But in a lot of the boost games, you don't need to worry about that. And I've been noticing when I've been playing a lot of video games lately that games which make me think more, even on a subconscious level. So if I'm playing through something and it's like, I'm looking at the controller, I'm thinking, how much are my hands moving? Are my fingers like making these finer, minor adjustments on the controls or not? And when I play a boost game, what I'm finding is I barely need to touch the analog stick, because I know if I press and hold the boost button, the game's x-axis is going to lock me into place.
Yes, but...
I don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, and that's a main thing I've been talking about a lot when it comes to modern Sonic. And I think you're right. When you go back real quick about the meta area, for calling it the automated era, I think it's just because that meta area refers more to the story, and then
I know. I know.
But no, I do think you're right in calling the gameplay aspect of that era the automated era, and you're definitely right on that. And that's a huge argument I've been making about Boost Sonic, is even in Unleashed, while that game, and I consider that game good, and I think the boost levels in that game are fun, it wasn't perfect, right? There was still moments where I felt like I could make a sandwich, like I did in Forces,
The one thing about Unleashed, though, which I was thinking back to that game a lot recently because of all the talk about it. The one thing that I remember happening to me a lot in that game, and I cannot think of a single instance in any other game where this has happened, except for one level in Colors Ultimate. I would run out of boost. I would run out of boost so many times in Sonic Unleashed because it wasn't easy to get. The only time that has ever happened to me in a modern game is in Color's Ultimate during the final Pursuer boss on the final stage.
Yeah.
Because when you don't know that stage, it's very easy to run out of
run
out of boost energy.
You gotta survive that boss a little bit by jumping. Yeah, I definitely know what you're talking about, and I think Unleashed had a good balance because Unleashed did a good job on how Unleashed wasn't boost to win per se. A lot of it was being able to manage your boost, doing it at the right times, and it was very reactionary. You had to be engaged when you played Unleashed. In Generations, I think it was still good. Level design was great. Colors is when we started to have a bit more of that automation and linearity. Lost World was just its own thing. But then Forces.
The thing about Generations, which is it's a game that I actually really, really like, but as I said in my adventure video, I also have opinions about. There is quite a lot of automated stuff in there, and some of it is very, very strange. Like I've noticed that there was a wonderful response to your tweet about how, oh yeah, there is gravity and friction on the rails in Sonic Generations. Look, you can't go all the way. You eventually run out of speed, and you do go back down. But one thing about that game that not a lot of people realize is the first time you actually touch the rail is you get an instant boost of speed.
Yeah.
And there's this wonderful moment in the first Green Hill Zone where you encounter a mandatory
a fish
rail grinding section, and you can either jump on the spring and it catapults you directly into a rail and off you go, or you take the lower route. And if you take the lower route, there's actually 3 boosters right next to that rail, so you can't miss it. But what's really fun is if you actually just go around those boosters and walk very slowly into the rail, it instantly catapults you at max speed.
And that's the thing,
which makes those boosters completely redundant. What's the point in them?
So, and I mentioned this too, where, that's an example of where it was never perfect. It was not perfect.
No.
But at the very least, the bare minimum is that it wasn't completely automatic. You still needed some form of momentum to finish that section. You had the boost, or you had to have the boost the game would give to you. In this game, though, it's like Ratchet and Clank grind rails. Where, I don't know if you guys played Rift Apart, where in that game, if you get on a grind rail, you just go and you go, and you could just go the whole time. And that works for that game, but I even mentioned this. In fact, I want to bring this up real quick because this is something I really liked about this panel. Was I remember I asked a major question and I got the exact response I was looking for here. Let me go to it real quick. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, let me go to it.
Make sure you don't leave right away. I believe the momentum.
Okay, right here. Perfect. All right, listen to what I ask here. So
I think Sonic, we have to ask this, right, as fans. What was Sonic known for in the 90s? Was it really the speed, or was it the momentum-based platforming? Yes. Momentum.
The entire room. When I asked, if you guys didn't hear what I said, I asked the entire room, and it was a full room, by the way. I asked them, what was Sonic known for in the 90s? Was it the speed?
Yeah.
Or was it the momentum? And the entire room knew. They all yelled momentum. That is something that has been missing from 3D Sonic for so long. And so whenever we see examples of that just being taken away, a part of Sonic disappears. Like a part of the thing that made Sonic iconic disappears. That's why I don't have a problem with Ratchet and Clank not having momentum on the rails. It wasn't known for momentum, but Sonic was. That's what differentiated him.
Well, I'm getting, as well as all the threats of violence and abuse for my little video that I put out, one of the biggest go-tos that a lot of people are doing is they're actually quoting Ratchet and Clank and saying, oh, look at that, it's automated there. The biggest thing there is Ratchet and Clank, the vast majority of that game, and let's be very real here, games ever since the 90s have a form of automation in them for a lot of stuff, and they have a lot of scripted events in them, even if they don't appear to it. Like the go-to example I give is the original Resident Evil 3. There's a lot of scripted and automated moments in that. You don't feel like it does, but trust me, there is a lot. Now, in Ratchet and Clank, yes, it does look incredible how he touches the rail and off he goes. He doesn't slow down. That's not the bulk of the gameplay.
Yeah.
The majority of that game is precision movements. Yes, there's some automated stuff there, so you don't go too crazy, but the majority of that is you are running around shooting, you are jumping off different platforms, you feel like you are in full control of that character
at all times,
100% of the time.
Yeah.
Compare that to the vast majority of Sonic. When I press the boost button, the literal code in that game will lock my forward axis. I can barely change that.
Yeah.
And those games, those stages are designed for me to do that. Whereas something like Adventure, they're designed in a way that means I can go slower. Yeah. I can think about what I'm going to do. I can make decisions whilst I'm doing it, even though I don't consciously think, oh, I'm going to jump over there now. I'm going to explore that area. I'm subconsciously thinking that. In all the boost games, I don't think that. And I bet the vast majority of people also don't think that unless they're doing something like, I'm deliberately looking for the Red Wing collectibles.
Right.
Because there's no point. The game, you know where the game's going to go. Like, I would challenge anyone who thinks, I do think a lot, or when I'm playing this game, the vast majority of thought in a modern 3D Sonic game, especially one that's designed with the boost in mind, step 1, when should I press and hold the boost button? Thought 2, when do I press jump?
Mm-hmm.
And that might seem very mean or a very simplistic argument, and yes it is, but if you look at your gameplay footage of it, that is how it feels for a lot of stages. Like, we know the meme where you're making the sandwich in that stage. But that is a really good one to give an example with. For that stage, you can just press and hold the boost almost instantly, and then you're bang into an automated segment, then you're into a free fall, and then you're finally into a mini platforming section. But if you have that lightning wisp, away you go.
Yeah.
It's very similar with, unfortunately, with so many other modern 3D boost games, and I don't think it has to be. I think you can manage it so the boost isn't this thing that is designed all around it. Or even more interesting, why don't we just make the boost stages their own unique stages? Why don't we have these wonderful, like, gameplay elements that we know these people are talented to make, and we can have these spectacle boost moments as like a mini reward for all those platforming sections we did.
And now to kind of reel it all back, right? And this is all about like the boost, right? My main argument when I heard that they're going to doing an open world game is that there needs to be a fundamental change to Sonic in his control, his momentum, his movement, if we want this to work in an open world. There's no way we were going to have Boost Sonic in an open world and have it be successful. I said this over and over. I said it in tandem. I said it all when it was called Rangers and that stuff was coming out and we were getting information on that. I've said that consistently about, for it to work, there needs to be fundamental changes. And here we are having the exact problems I warned about. And when this game comes out, and it does have all these problems that we're mentioning now, because I doubt it's going to be changed by then, I look forward to when I could take the clips from those videos in 2021 or 2020 and overlay them over the footage of the game, because that's how predictable they were to me. That's how predictable this team was, where I knew the problems they were going to have before I saw even an ounce of gameplay. And it sucks to see.
I think the biggest red flag for me when I heard it was going to be an open world game was, I actually don't think you could make an open world game big enough to justify Sonic being in it. Like, we've got the frozen screen that's on there. The screen that's on there now, it looks like a huge area, and it is for a character that doesn't run around at the speed of sound. But for a character like Sonic, even now when he's on the rail grinding, obviously I'm probably gonna get out of sync here when this loads up.
No, you're still there.
Just look how far you travel on just that one rail.
The rails
alone.
seem to be the
These are
fastest way to
huge.
travel too, by the way.
Yeah, but even when you're on foot, you travel a huge distance very quickly. And I have to say, I don't think this island is as big as we're led to believe it is. And you can really see it at the beginning of the video when he's sort of looking out over the horizon and you can see the ocean. Mm-hmm. That's quite a big difference. And then when he turns around, there's a mountain range in the distance. And the question is, well, how much of the game is beyond that? And I don't think it's very much.
Yeah, and I think what people were saying was that there's different islands in this game, right? It's like three, like.
Yes.
Yeah, and
that definitely is.
And I think you're absolutely right. Is like, I don't know how big this island is, and I don't know if it is big enough for Sonic. Even though they clearly slowed Sonic down. I don't think the correct thing was to slow him down more. I think they probably needed an even bigger world. Because look, we're already probably on the other side of the map right now, from where we started in this clip.
I think where this clip is now, where it's looking at my screen, he's just run along the little stream. I think this is the halfway point into that island. Yeah. I don't think there's much more after this. And the other problem with open world games as well, the example I always give here is, I don't know if anybody's played Just Cause 2. Just Cause 2 has a huge map. It's enormous. But the problem is, you can actually get some really fast vehicles in that game and some incredibly fast jets, but it literally takes 5 minutes to go from one side of the map to the other. And the other problem is, there's just so much of the map where there's nothing to do. And with this game, it kind of feels that there's things there that you can interact with, but none of it looks structured in any way. It's just stuff that exists, like, here's a section like these three statues. Sonic goes up to them and touches it. Right. Mm-hmm. Now a pathway has opened up, but there's nothing in there that's structured in an engaging or entertaining way. And I know that there's been some claim that, when you extinguish these fires, more objects and things appear in the video game. But this isn't engaging or fun. This is the modern equivalent of those collectible coins from Sonic Unleashed that prevent you from accessing the entertaining stuff.
Yeah.
And I think this is something else as well, which is going to get very frustrating for a lot of people. It's you've got an open world game, but unless you do all this busy work, you're denied access to it, and this isn't fun. Yeah, this is going to be annoying. I think it's
something. There's like a plan where it's happening with their marketing is. They've never specifically called this game an open world game. They've called it open zone. And people, initially, I was like, they're just doing that because it's Sonic, but it's open world. I don't think it is open world. I think, it's going to open up in zones. I think it's literally going to be small zones that unlock over time. But I think the areas are not going to be as big as we probably make it out to be. And we won't actually know until I feel like the game is out. At that point, we're receiving more gameplay. But... Oh
dear. Sorry, when we're just looking at the clip where he goes downhill when we're talking about physics, and I just can't get over the fact that he slows down whilst going downhill.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you completely disagree with my opinion on the Boost game, I can't understand how you can't say that is not a problem.
Right.
An object going downhill does not pick up speed.
By the way, right here's a good example. People always mention how the animations for stuff look like crap and how they don't. But right here, you can see they do stretch his model for certain jumps and for certain things. They do have the ability to exaggerate certain parts of his body for the sake of an animation, but they just choose not to for the jump.
Some of this stuff, this is what I would call the... it's too early to judge, which I think is justified. Some of the animation stuff could potentially be... It is an early build, so there are mistakes because there is... It's a lot of this stuff is being taken from Unleashed forces in previous games, and it isn't one for one. Like, you can't just import all that code and all that assets and it will work perfectly. There are going to be issues and problems. Now, unfortunately, the one where he's on the grind rail and jumps to the left,
Yeah.
but goes to the right, that's actually a bug in Sonic Forces.
That's a bug?
And that is apparently something that can happen in Sonic Forces. He will do the wrong jumping animation to where you want to go.
Oh, God.
And the fact it's in here has alarm bells ringing.
That's a bug in Forces, and
Apparently it is. I haven't seen that confirmed, but I've seen at least 2 different people say that's a bug that can happen in Sonic Forces.
Right. And I do want to say this real quick, because I do know I know there's another call that wanted to join in. But what I will say real quick, though, regarding all this that you've mentioned here, and I think you've mentioned a lot of good points here, and I really appreciate that. What I will say before that, though, is that argument that this is an early build, I think that's bogus, and I'll tell you why. Here's the thing. First off, most importantly, this footage was given to us to excite us. This was given to us by Sega for, like, this was okay. Like, this is probably their, like, they're not going to show you their worst. They're going to show you their best, right? When they advertise a game.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, I don't think this is going to be that far off from the final product, because again, this game comes out, so right now it's supposed to come out holiday of 2022. That doesn't mean it comes out late December. That means it comes out probably mid-November. They have a good 5 months. But on top of that too, though, on top of that, this game has to be ready for publishing, licensing, and legal. So this game probably has really 4 months before it's gold, has to be gold. I don't like that argument of, I don't think this stuff is done yet, so let's not criticize it. This is what was shown to us so far. This is all we know, and this is official information. All we can do is criticize what we've seen. So I feel like when it comes to the community, we have to. We can't say, well, maybe it's not done yet. Yes, that's true. It probably is not done yet, but we can't assume that and let it pass. We have to critique it. We have to.
I would say as well, on the subject of, is this footage might be early, this footage is early, it could be X months old. That argument, and I stress this as well as someone who's actually worked on a previous Sonic game, no, that argument is not a valid one. And I've seen, I'm probably going to butcher his pronunciation, and I apologize. It's Shahade, who has also worked on several previous Sonic games, who is the principal QA on Fall Guys. Mm-hmm. He has also come out, and he hasn't commented on this specifically, but he has commented out on the arguments that, and I apologize, I keep saying he because I knew him before he came out as non-binary, right. So I apologize for that. They have said, with regards to media that is released, that footage would have gone through legal, it would have gone through QA, it would have been approved at the highest possible level on this project before it was released. And whilst it was released, it would have been released in the full understanding this is an accurate representation of what our final product will be for a retail release.
Right.
And the argument of, oh, maybe it's an older build, maybe it came from May, maybe it came from February, that is irrelevant, right. Because I can tell you as well from working on games that have been in development, even ones which have been before beta, a lot of the time it's little things that you don't think of that are a major difference when you're building. Like, for example, are the textures turned on? Because when I was working on Transformed, the first week that I was there, none of the textures were there. It was just the block colours. It wasn't until the second week that I was there did they literally change the value from a 0 to a 1, and then suddenly I'm playing a build where all the textures were loaded. Virtually everything else was the same, and the final game was very similar to what got released. And this is something as well that I think with what we are seeing here, this is it. This is the game. This is the bulk of what we're going to experience.
We have to expect this. We can't. Yeah, like we have to expect that this is what we're getting, and we have to critique it when we see it, and hopefully something can be done by that time. If not, then I hope we get a delay and they really polish it, because this series deserves it. And this is another example, by the way, chat I mentioned.
The other thing as well, and it's something that I've mentioned in my video, and I know I keep referencing that, but I do want my videos to be more of a look. Can we also please improve how we're giving feedback? Like, it's very easy to say this sucks or this is great, and I don't like it. But everybody does. People are not very good, and I include myself in this as well, unless I really think hard about it. People aren't very good at explaining or articulating why they think a game is good or why it's bad. Like, I've tried in this conversation to say, look, I'm not the biggest fan of the boost gameplay. This is why. Because I think it takes a lot of stuff away from the player. It gives me less options to do. I don't have to think as much about what I'm doing. But if you remove some of these, like a big one is, don't lock the forward motion when I press the boost. Give me more control over what I can do. That kind of thing is good, useful, tangible feedback that any developer can look at, can listen to, and eventually act on it.
Right.
It's too late for this game. It's absolutely 100% too late for this game. But it's not too late for the next game. And it's not too late for whatever prototypes they're working on now, because it's the Gillette razor paradox. Like, if anybody shaves, which I do, Gillette have a razor out in the shops right now. They have already designed their razor for next year. That's ready to come out. But they've also got a huge book which is full of the next 5 years worth of razors, which they're probably going to bring out. And Sonic Team is exactly the same. I guarantee you there is at least 2, maybe even 3 prototypes of whatever the next Sonic game is that is currently being worked on. And they do respond to feedback. But they only respond to feedback if it's good feedback that they can actually tangibly act upon. Simply saying this sucks, or this doesn't work, or I hate this, doesn't work. You can't do anything with that. You need to accurately articulate why. And if you don't think you can, what my advice would be is find anyone who critiques games. Like, a good example would be Harris H. Bomber Guy, who he hasn't done Sonic games, but he's done a lot of other titles. Guys like him, guys like I think I'm gonna forget how to pronounce their names. Giant Bomb, they're really good as well. They're like the entry level, I think, for critiquing stuff. I think it's Ravenik, I think. I cannot remember. Oh, come on, load up. Yeah. Race and Vic, they're also really good at articulating what they like and what they don't like about games. Joseph Anderson, thank you, chat. Very, very good one as well, although I do disagree with a lot of things he says. Plugging my own stuff, possibly me, if you want Sonic stuff, which isn't just this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. I will try and articulate why I think this is in a way which is easy to understand, or at least from my perspective.
Right.
And find people who you agree with and who are clearly articulating why they think that is. But the key difference is what you can also do to improve it.
Right. And it's
because it's easy to say this is terrible.
It's
this is
ideal to be specific on what we mean.
Yeah.
And because companies sometimes look at things very black and white, so we have to be as detailed as possible in our voice when we unanimously call something out. But yeah, no, I really appreciate it, David. It's great to hear from you again, by the way. Definitely, Badnik Mechanic, check him out. You mentioned you did a video recently on Adventure, right?
Yeah, it's called Through the Looking Glass, a Sonic Adventure Analysis. It's a very long video, but it's got handy chapters in. You can. It's easy. It's fine. It's fine. But I do try to go into massive detail on this game, and I will be covering other games as well. I'm currently literally working on the one for Sonic Adventure 2. I will in time be getting to more modern Sonic games. It's just I'm kind of limited by what systems I can connect to my PC right now fairly easily. Yeah. So I will eventually be getting to them, and I will be trying to articulate my thoughts on this in a way which, even if you disagree with me, that is fine. If you disagree with me absolutely completely and you hate what I do and you want to punch my opinion in the face, I welcome those comments.
Right.
Because there's been some comments on my video already and it has changed my mind. And likewise, some other people have commented saying, oh, I never thought of that, and that has changed their mind as well. And I think we need to encourage this kind of conversation more. Like, we have to articulate not just why we like stuff, but why we like stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the key importance. And I think that is also the feedback that a lot of game devs want as well.
Definitely.
Not just, this sucks, this is awesome. Why do you feel that?
Yeah.
And maybe as well, if someone is like popular for saying, for doing like the quick, oh yeah guys, this is the disaster, it's worse than we thought. Maybe think critically as well about what they're thinking and listen to what other people are thinking as well, because there's smarter people out there than me, and it's important to get as many perspectives as you can and try and identify which one you think is best communicating what you think. And then maybe, just maybe, you know, we can basically make the conversation better. I'm sorry, I'm rambling.
No,
I'm not very good at this.
Yeah, no, you're good. But yeah, I think definitely. I think definitely. You know, everything we covered here. At the end of the day, the main gripe I think most people have that could probably maybe be tweaked, if possible. We don't know what the capabilities are with this engine, but physics and momentum. That is the thing I think to say. So with that, Dave, thank you so much for tuning in on the stream. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you, Victor. I do try with my relaxing voice.
Yeah. And the mods put a link in.
I mean, I don't mean to do a cheap plug, but I saw a few people asking. My channel is called Badnik
Yeah, no,
Mechanic.
my mods were actually putting your link in the chat. So make sure you guys could definitely check him out in the meantime.
And shout out as well to Mighty Sen. I have not forgotten about that comic. I am still trying to find the Fleetway Sonic comic that has the Mighty the Armadillo stickers on the front. So yeah, shout out to Mighty Sen, who is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm still looking for that. It's not been easy.
All right, then. Well, thank you so much, Dave. I'm actually being dragged into another call right now.
Thank you, Sam. And please, Sam, please keep encouraging the good critique discourse.
Of course.
It is
always
do. It is definitely appreciated, and it is something which I think not just Sonic discussion, but a lot of video game discussion really needs at the moment.
Definitely. That's
so
something.
Thank you, and I'm sorry, I'm talking too long.
No, you're good.
Maybe one day I'll come back and I'll talk like a grandfather again for some of you people, or make Victor fall asleep with my ASMR voice. But until then, I will love you all and leave you, and have a very good evening, everyone.
Of course. Bye, Hogfather. Later.
Goodbye.
Alrighty, so with that, I am now in stream room with the usual cast here, because I know that there's even more things people wanted to mention.
How could you have guessed?
So, Victor, tell me what Sonic the Hedgehog did to you and how you feel about it.
Sonic stole my lunch money.
All right. I'm actually sorry. Real quick, let me catch up with some donations here. I'm so sorry, guys. I do want to say this real quick. For all those that's donated within the past 30 minutes, I see you. I'm sorry. I had to give my voice a rest. I will try to read them now. I apologize. I don't like people donating and not being able to talk about them. I just want to, so let me go into this real quick, and I'll go fast. All right, Thomas with the $20 donation says, okay, things I think they can fix with a delay of some sort is the animation and blending of the environment around Sonic's looks to a degree. If it feels good, it will play okay in my book. I'm really crossing my fingers, sadly. I think that's possible too. I even think changing up the map a little bit is also possible too. I think having more hills and stuff like that is possible, but again, there's no point in doing that if there's no physics. But I do think it is possible to make it more engaging. Thank you, Thomas. Adsat says, when people say that they reuse assets, just think about Unleashed Generations, where the basically just got Sonic's model reusing assets. It's not the problem. And I never said reusing assets is a problem. My problem is that they're reusing an engine and a gameplay style that people clearly did not like in the last game. And yes, this does seem different. It doesn't seem as linear, but it doesn't seem like the physics were ever changed from that. So I don't see this really feeling good to control, but we'll see as that. Thank you so much for the donation. Blue Blur, thank you so much. Thank you all for the subs as well. I see you all. Proggy Froggy says Kishimoto's games got them escalator rails. You're definitely right on that. We got, Gianluca says, look at the bright side, Sam. At least we have an amazing modders who can put Frontier's world into generations. You're not wrong, and I'm actually looking forward to that. That's the main thing I'm looking forward about this game, is what modders will be able to do with it. Lodmot says, with a $20 donation, oh my god, you guys are very, very generous. Thank you. He says, as a game dev that tried doing Sonic good in 3D is very hard. Example, on loops, you need to prevent the player from jumping across the center if he has full control. Also, how do you go about implementing the camera there? So, yeah, no, I definitely think, it is challenging, but there is examples of it done right. I think an example that I personally like is I know some people don't like it. People call it the vomit camera. But I personally like when the camera follows Sonic through the loop. I like the perspective of seeing the world upside down for a quick second. That exhilarates me. It's like a roller coaster. I think that's a good way to do the camera on loops. And that way you have full control of where he is and you could move him left and right in the loop itself. I don't think you need to prevent the player from jumping in the loop. If they choose to do that, I think that's on them. If it breaks their momentum, they'll just fall down and have to, gain speed again to do it. I think these loops don't have to be automated. You know what I mean, Lodmont? But I'm not a game developer. You probably know a lot more than me. Thanks so much, Lodmont. Spicy Punk Rocker, thanks so much. Says, please bring up the T-pose bird. You got it real quick. Since I'm already here, I will bring up the T-pose bird. And
this is my favorite part.
Yes, and let me make sure I get the music going here because my music is now done. So let me do this one here. Happy music. Okay, so the bird. I remember when I mentioned they have a T-posing bird that has no animation. This is it right here. This bird has 0 animation, and
we call him a teagle.
The teagle. Yeah, that is. Thank you. Yeah, teagle it doesn't flap its wings. It is consistently at a fixed level from the ground. So you see it randomly do these crazy jumps as if it's following the terrain of the ground, because that's exactly what it's doing. Very good, looks fantastic. Yeah, the Teagle is in this game. So good job on not animating a bird and for making it look super static. Again, there's the bird following Sonic, not moving at all. It is a T-posed bird. Yeah.
Which is probably proof that we aren't getting loops in this game.
Yeah. It sucks. Thanks so much for Spicy Punk Rocker. Game Lord, thank you so much. Media Box C. You guys are being very generous. Thank you. With a $20 donation, says, hi, Sam. While not perfect, Sonic Speed Simulator understood what made Sonic's world fun and are inventing to explore with springs, slopes, rings in the distance, momentum. Small areas, sure, but closer to what open world should be. You are absolutely correct, Media. And that's something me and Evan mentioned, is how sad we're going to be when Sonic Speed Simulator ends up controlling better than Frontiers, and that's exactly what it looks like. I think momentum is essential. It's essential for Sonic, and they need to do it in an open world, and a 3D world, and specifically an open world, so it's fun to control in an open world. And yeah, I think it just sucks to see this game not have that. But I do like Sonic Speed Simulator for doing that, for having control decently well, and also you can control your own speed in that game. You can control on the slider how fast you want Sonic to go, and they're experimenting with that. And I really wish the main dev team would do that, with Sonic itself. Thank you so much, Media Boxy. I appreciate you. Shadow364 says, we are already in the middle of the year, and the game comes out at the end of this year. Don't come at me with it's still early development. You're absolutely right. It's too late for that. Cameron says, we are already in Oh, sorry. He says, I would like to point attention to Spark the Electric Jester 3, which got a trailer earlier today after Frontiers gameplay reveal. Looks exciting. I did see that. People did send it to me, and it does look amazing. And the person that makes Spark the Electric Jester was a Sonic fan, and a lot of his stuff is inspired by Sonic. So I haven't played it yet, any of the games, but I might do that on the channel. Genuinely, I might. Thank you so much, Cameron. Let me drink real quick. Versipal says L for Sega with this gameplay reveal. I hate how they recycled Force's stiff animations and other junk. I still have some hope. Cautiously optimistic. That's where I'm at now. Is like I have to see more, but I'm already prepping for a disaster. You know, I'm prepping to not be excited, but I hope they prove me wrong. I want them to prove me wrong. I'm hoping those cyberspace levels are the longest, most intuitive supersonic, super fast stages I've ever seen that are fun to play. And that all this is just extra fluff. Then I probably won't have a problem, but we'll see. We'll see. Supersonic 68 says, what about in the case of fan games where they have literal playable examples of what we as fans want to see? I can't imagine anything more explanatory, to show Sonic Team. So if it's true, then clearly they have never seen a 3D fan game before. That, or honestly, I just think maybe I don't know. It's so hard to think because it's like they could have totally heard our, like, what we thought. I don't know if they've never seen a fan game before. You're probably right. They probably just don't go out of their way to watch them. That, or they just really are hell-bent on what their vision is, and doing anything different from that is just a no-go. I don't know. Again, I think they prioritize speed over momentum, and I think that's the problem. Lostel, I hope I said the right, says, I saw an opinion saying that Breath of the Wild 2 will overshadow this game even if it is good if they delay it. What do you think about that? Yeah, of course it will. Breath of the Wild 2 will definitely overshadow this. I don't think there's any competition that whatsoever.
It's gonna put this game in the ground. Like,
it's the same with Mario Odyssey between Sonic Forces. It's gonna happen. I'm sorry. Like their past actions speak louder than words to me, and they want to talk about getting high review scores, but their past actions speak louder than words to me. This video also speaks louder than words to me. Radical Player, thank you so much. Lotsot, thank you so much. Frame Rate Real says, I did the email survey for the game, and I hope my point got across. A new model in Marza animation, better animations, and more speed and momentum. Frame Rate Real, we've all done that survey after Forces. It doesn't look like they listened to any of them. So we'll see. Frame Rate Real, thank you so much. Turtular Sam says, hey Sam here. Given the Chow-like shapes on those purple coins and the fact that you are collecting red fruit, what do you think are the chances of a Chow Garden maybe grand comeback? I think it's a high possibility, considering those onion guys also look like a type of Chow. But what I will say about the coins is what we mentioned earlier in stream, is we zoomed in on that. It's not specifically a Chow head, it's actually an arrow. And I think what that's showcasing is the Paraloop move that Sonic does. Maybe you need coins to pull that off? That, or it's a currency. I don't know. Those red hearts, we don't know if they're fruits. People are assuming that. We'll see if they are fruits. So maybe we do have a Chow Garden. But, I mean, if the main game isn't fun, I don't know how much I would like a Chow Garden if the main game isn't fun. You know what I mean? Tutular Sam. Thanks so much, Sam. Appreciate you. I'm the better Sam, though. Joe, Just Alpha says, I know that you hated it, Sam. But back when I was a kid playing Secret Rings and during high school playing Titanfall 2, my feelings as if I'm about to lose control is one of the reasons why the movement in those games felt fun for me. So you said, those feeling that you're about to lose control is what makes it fun? I don't know. So to me, it sounds like lose control. That to me doesn't sound like fun. That sounds like I'm fighting the control. I don't know. I mean, people find fun differently. That's, for me, I find fun in Sonic games when I gain my own speed and I have to maintain that speed. That's my sort of fun, and that's what exhilarates me. Fighting the controls doesn't sound like fun. Just Alpha. But, yeah, I don't know. Everyone has their own. I will say, with Secret Rings, which was also made by Mario Kishimoto, the person making this, you had to unlock better control. Remember that? And I'm worried that's going to be the same thing for this game. You're going to have to unlock better control because there's RPG elements in this game from what we heard. So thank you so much, Just Alpha. Fumpo says, I don't get the argument of not having loops. Me either. I don't get it either. We should have loops in this game. They're iconic to Sonic and they are fun. Solar Animation says,
I'm pretty sure.
what's up?
I'm pretty sure a loop was spotted.
Yeah, there is one. What's up, Evan?
Oh, hi, by
Hi.
the way. I'm here.
Real quick, 'cause I'm almost done here. Solar Animation says, I think this game could use a public demo. Having the players get a proper hand-on experiments on the game could allow for a much better feedback. I think it will allow for much better feedback, but part of me also thinks that they know the product they have and they don't want you to play it, or it's going to hurt their sales, because we might have a Bound Wonderland demo on our hands if that's the case. Do you know what I mean? Again, I already mentioned they're clearly hiding stuff in this video purposely. That's why they're walking the whole time. Like, remember what I mentioned, guys? If you guys weren't here earlier in the stream, I mentioned that they were hiding something. They're
Actually, Sam,
what's up?
You know, I wanted to say my piece on Sonic Frontiers because I'm not gonna lie, I'm still depressed about it today. But I have something to share with you.
What?
That you should probably put up on screen. Here, take a look at that. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's Dave Livingstone.
Oh,
hold on.
hold on.
It's this thing.
Let me see here. Blame. This wasn't my gameplay in the trailer. I was invited to play Sonic Frontiers to get a sense of what the game is like, but I wasn't allowed to record my footage. There is so many cool things in the game that I saw that haven't been shown yet, so stay tuned. Okay.
And I don't know what to feel about that because, you know, IGN, if they wanted to be negative, they totally could be. We've seen it before.
Yeah.
So it's like this is like major copium and I'm willing to die on that. But are you done reading donations? By the way?
I'm almost done. I'm sorry. For some reason, Internet E opened and now, like, why can't I close you? The hell? Sorry. Microsoft, stop it.
Virus.
God damn it. Leave me alone. It's harassing me. I can't close it. Close. Oh my God. Hold on, chat. I'm sorry. Freaking Microsoft Edge. Who uses Microsoft Edge? No one uses Microsoft Edge. It's still there. It won't go away.
You just gotta live on the edge, bro.
Oh my God. That took 10 years to close. Oh my God, they harassed me. What I will say is what you just showed me, Victor, is that this is actually worse than I thought. Because Sega approved this then. And I told you guys, like, there's a possibility this is Sega's footage. And if that's the case, that's worse. Then yeah, this is worse. That means the company themselves that's making this game said, this is the best footage we have for you for this game. No! Like, we had the excuse like, oh, my IGN doesn't know how to play. They're spamming the boost button constantly. That was them! The people that made this game recorded that! Oh, man. So, let me continue real quick. So animation say,
sorry, I didn't mean to make you angry,
you're good.
but that's
Thank you so much for bringing that up. Thank you so much, Solar Animations. And Supercon says, I really hope that they show off the combat tomorrow. Well, tomorrow they will. Well, they're going to show off the combat. We'll see how they do. Lostel says, to me personally, as far as 3D goes, I think Sonic GT has great momentum in it while still having the boost. Sonic GT, yeah. Does it have the boost? I remember the boost in that game. I do remember playing that game, though, and I do like how that controls. It's a lot of fun. Exodus says, speaking of not Chow, did you notice that the Chow sound effects at the end by the hamster wheel for those little creatures on the right? People did mention that. They do sound like Chow, and I don't know if they... Let me hear them one more time. Here we go.
Pretty sure, like, when we saw more HD pictures of it, they're really not Chow.
Yeah, they don't look like Chow, and they probably sound like Chow, but I don't know if they are specifically Chow. But we'll see. And then Josh and Kindle Bennett, thanks so much for subscribing. Thank you guys all. We caught up. Please huge heart spam in the chat for everyone that donated. Thank you. I'm not worthy. No, seriously, thank you guys so much. Heart spam in the chat. You guys supported me a lot today. And just like clockwork, sorry. Kosen, we just
what you call me?
Son Kosen. Sorry, what?
Wow.
I'm sorry, I can't talk anymore. Sun Kosen, just donated $12, says, the main thing that bugs me about this game is that they only use Sonic Forces animations and not Generations animations. I really feel like they are hiding something from us. Yeah, no, it sucks.
Wait, did they say they only use Forces animations, not generations?
Yeah.
Well, they really crappily use the trick animations from generations.
Are they even the same tricks?
I think some of them are actually. Yeah, like it's only 2 different ones. Some people said that maybe that trick system is upgraded and it's the really quick one that you get later on in generations.
No.
But like that sounds like Cope.
That does sound
You know
like
what I
Hope.
mean? It sounds like
No,
Cope.
and yeah, no, I doubt that. And I already like, even if it was the case, the framing on that is too fast. Your brain can't register what Sonic is doing. It's too quick. There's too little frames of animation there. San Kosen, thank you so much for the donation. I'm sorry I called you those words. I was trying to read your name. Matt, thanks so much. And then Just Alpha says, let me explain what I mean by in Titanfall 2, for example. You could not be good at running on walls right away or using your Titan. You had to practice those elements, and throughout that experience, you still felt like you were always learning and having. Yeah, that's something I mentioned about, people mentioned to me about Titanfall 2, is that it was very momentum based, and being able to climb on walls and that parkour was really good, and there was that skill gap. And that's something I think Sonic needs, is that skill gap, by the way. They need to have something that differentiates players that are from good players to bad players, and allow players to get better. If it's all automatic, it's a static grind the entire time, and it's just not great. Thank you so much, Just Alpha. I appreciate you. Thank you for donating $4.20, by the way. So what'd you say?
I think it's like, let's try to maybe move the conversation to the next step in that, though, because it's clear that Sega, like after all these years, it's clear that Sega, for whatever reason, is choosing automation in almost every opportunity. So why do you think they're deciding to do that? Why?
It's easier to develop.
You think that that's the only reason?
I think it's easier to develop, and I think they don't realize what made Sonic special in the first place. I think they think just going fast is enough, and they don't realize that's not what made Sonic unique. It's not.
Or do they still fear doing it in 3D because they truly believe it didn't work?
It could be that too. I mean, we could speculate all day on what it really is. There's so many things that could probably fit in the narrative. My headcanon is that they genuinely just, like, their words from what they mentioned after Forces was, we want you to boost like a maniac. We want you to be like Sonic the Hedgehog. We want you to go fast. And that's all they did, was make you go fast.
Are you caught up? Because I want to go on my Frontiers rant.
And
hold on. There's one. I just want to let Sam finish up. I just want to say one really quick thing, and then I'll throw it to you, Victor. Is that all right?
Yeah. So, So when they mentioned boosting like a maniac, that told me right there, they think going fast is what we want to do with modern Sonic, and that's not. It's not about just going fast. It's not about just like having a really fast game. Even though this game right now doesn't even seem that fast, but it's not about that. It's about the momentum and that exhilaration you get from building up your speed. That is what makes Sonic games fun. That's what makes people go back to the classics, not going fast.
I absolutely agree for the next game.
Yeah, yep.
But for this game, I think this ship has been sailed for momentum.
Yeah, it's been. Yeah.
And so I've been basically just saying over and over again, we just need a lot of stuff to fill this world, and if it ends up being there's not enough, then I think it's worth asking for a delay to put more in it. Yeah. That's kind of my stance. But the thing, back on what I was saying before, why they do automation, right? Because like even all the proposals, right, from fans, and like GT, as fun as it is, there's something aesthetically that I don't know if I don't know how I feel about all the kind of like roller coaster windy paths aesthetically. Like it's fun. It's totally fun. But aesthetically, I don't know how I feel about it, because it just doesn't feel like very organic, and it becomes like less believable, I suppose. Yeah. And it was less noticeable in the 2D classic Sonic games, right? Because they were just slopes, so you would, have to fill in the blanks because it's already pixelated anyway. So it just looked like hills. And so this like generic grassy land, like in a way, is kind of what I was imagining with Green Hill when I first played Sonic. So like, it's not entirely awful in that approach. It's just we need more to make it work in this realistic environment. Like I'm all for a realistic environment. I don't think it has to be.
It doesn't need to be check.
All these
Here's
like
the thing.
pathways.
I don't think it needs to be checkerboard, and I don't think it needs to be all bunch of pathways either. But I want to have fun traversing the world, and if
right? So maybe like a slide mechanic.
But for having, but to keep an artistic integrity, but the caveat to that is to not have fun. It's not worth it, in my opinion. Like, I want to have fun as Sonic, and if having a realistic world with Sonic is not fun, then it's not worth it. Like, we gotta have that fun when traversing the world. It needs to be exhilarating. It needs to be engaging. If holding forward and Sonic is able to be like Big Rig's over the road racing and go over any terrain, no matter what, like he has no momentum, like, sure, yeah, it's realistic in that regard with the terrain, but that's not... It's not good. It's not good in terms of gameplay.
Having this game described to me as Big Rig's movement ruined it.
It is, though.
So yeah, I know. But, okay, so, hear me out here. I'm going to play devil's advocate here, but I do think there could be more weight and physics to Sonic's control scheme. Like, I don't think there's a single soul out there that disagrees with that. But I can see why they kind of did, let's call it Big Rig style movement for this specifically. But what sucks is that, oh man, I'm watching it on your stream again.
Yeah.
My biggest problem with it is, I'm beating a dead horse here, but that's basically every point we're talking about here. We've said it 100 times. Momentum. Yeah. Like, he went downhill and boosted
right here.
to pick up speed. And, you can see, like, as he's going up these rocks, he kind of just curves over and just keeps running. When in reality, if he's boosting, he should probably be shot upwards. And that would be fun. That would feel like you have weight to Sonic's movement. But right now, it seems like they're doing... and this may seem like an unfair comparison, but I'm talking about movement style specifically, is Sonic 06, where you kind of just stick to a platform. And in Sonic 06, that game has a lot of problems. I don't necessarily believe the movement was one of them per se. But it still wasn't great.
Can we talk about this section right here? What the fuck? Like this? Like, if you're gonna design a world for Sonic to run in, why even make that divot? Why even risk that? What the, like...
Or at least make something that detects when Sonic moves like suddenly like that, and play the tripping animation.
Yeah, or better yet, have there be weight in his movement so he goes flying in the air at this point, instead rather than being magnetically glued to the ground.
Okay.
And I'm going to beat whoever did that.
Next game.
There's Jonathan sorry. So things like those little divots is exactly why they decided to use Big Rig's movement. Like that little divot there, or else he probably would have gone flying at random intervals where he didn't want to, like those tiny rocks he steps on the ground, or he probably would have clipped into the floor. Either way, I can understand why they did Big Rig's movement. It's just, had they added more weight to Sonic's movement, this current control scheme could have worked. And we keep saying that it's the Forces engine, and it is, but you can make that work. In fact, I guarantee you, had they just taken Forces Sonic, like literally his physics engine, without touching a goddamn thing, and just plopped him into this world, it probably would have felt a lot better. Because with Forces, yeah, he controls like shit, but that's only because the game is constantly taking control away from you. And on that note, do you remember when you're going up the tower in that spiral motion? Not the grind rail, but where he's actually kind of just
running up? Yeah, he's not
the
tilting.
tower?
His animation is static.
The camera's turning automatically, Sam.
Let me go to it.
Like, the camera is turning automatically.
For what?
It's near the beginning. You'll see.
I got it.
Sam's
on
added
the
it right now.
pathway?
Yeah. Now, obviously,
Yeah.
you're gonna have camera control throughout the full game, like when you're out in the field. For things like this, it doesn't bother me, but it still like irks me that they're still relying on this.
Yeah.
Because they gave you camera movement. Why are they taking control of it whenever they give you level? Let me finish. Why are they giving you, or why are they taking away camera control when they're giving you level design?
Yeah, it's
Giving you
they. I don't really know. I think for that section there, I guess it's not a problem.
It's not. They're like that. That is a very, very.
But I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Like
yeah.
they're giving you camera controls, but also like they're giving you moments where they take it away, right? What's the purpose of that climbing?
it's
I
not
don't know,
something I
Lord.
have a
I literally
problem
don't know
with.
what's the
It's
purpose of that
something
climbing.
beautiful.
I've been asking that since they showed it off. It's so pointless.
I think the Chaos Emerald goes there.
What? Yeah, but she's talking about what the point of the climbing animation is if he runs up it anyways. There's no point. I don't know what the point is.
Maybe that's what happens when you have no stamina and he was still charging it. Like the UI is gone.
Yeah, I know,
So that's the
but-
only thing I can think of.
I think they really just saw footage of Breath of the Wild and Link climbing. They're like, oh my god, put that in. Like, no, you don't need to.
It feels like they had a like I'm pretty sure we saw a like Japanese guide of like Force's level design and how they have teams work on the level layout and the object placement, and it's like two separate teams, and they have like a structure on how to design these levels. And I think it really feels like they're just extending that playbook from Forces, and they're just tacking on everything from Lost World. And they really want a hit. They're so desperate, and they have no confidence in Sonic's original beloved skill set with momentum, so they've abandoned that for automation at every corner for the
There's
exhilaration
rails
of moving
going
quickly.
up this here. I don't know if anyone's noticed that. These little pillars have rails on them that spiral all the way up, and then you connect to these rails in the sky here. You probably didn't see them though, because those pillars probably despawned. Speaking of
Wait, what's that?
this pillar right here has like rails. They all have rails like spiraling up them.
I can't see you live, bro.
Yeah, I can't live stream to Discord right now, but it just
Okay.
there's definitely like rails there. I don't know. I've just looked at. By the way, speaking of despawning, chat.
I'm gonna echo something that Jonathan Young said, probably before I dip out.
All right.
Jonathan's like, you stopped the song so quick, Lamau. I'm probably still gonna have fun with this game, but not for the actual story gameplay, but just running around. Cause that part does look fun, but I wish there was more to it, and that's where my crux is the lack of momentum and weight to Sonic's movement.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna go have pizza. Thank you for letting me go on my.
I want to go on.
5 to 10 minute
I want to
rant.
have pizza. What the fuck?
It's frickin' taco pizza. Go get taco pizza.
Taco pizza?
It's good. Yeah.
Damn. All right. Well,
That sounds
in the
good.
meantime, I'm gonna show off this. This is a new screenshot that was just leaked. Chat. This is the pre-alpha footage right here. This is the beta footage right here, and this is the final version right here. All right. This is just leaked, right? Oh my god.
Does that mean that there was somebody else? Like, because this is like ancient ruins, right? Like, I'm piecing together leaks here, so like, take this with a grain of salt. But how far are they going into lore? Like, am I reaching if I say that like, was there somebody else that could run fast? I don't know. Like, why is there a wheel for someone to run
I don't know.
and collect energy?
I do think this is. People did bring up though. This might be an Easter egg to the Dreamcast, the CD drive with the triangle here.
Oh right, yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that.
Which is cool. I just doesn't do anything for me in terms of gameplay. But yeah.
Your problem was high skill ceiling, right?
Yeah, it's my main problem. I've been
So-
reiterating for the past however long I've been live, but this game's too automatic. It's
So-
too elementary. We didn't need that.
So momentum is great, and it is a great way to implement a high skill ceiling, and especially for Sonic speed based. But it's technically not the only way to get to the goal. So with so much automation in an open world, how do you think they would add a higher skill ceiling without a skill tree? Right, a skill tree is an artificial skill ceiling that you obtain, but it's locked behind, missions. We're talking about a skill ceiling where you can start a new save file, but you're more experienced, so you can move through levels and obstacles faster with your knowledge. So what do you think? What do you think they could do
No idea.
with so much automation?
No idea in terms of automation,
So with what they got right now,
how they can make it better.
They had to add
right?
that. Well,
Realistically.
because I'm a pretty firm believer in that adding momentum to this, they'd have to uproot the whole level design, so it's not going to work. Like everything has to be designed around momentum-based stuff. The best you're going to get is like a sliding mechanic that makes you go down hills really, really quick, and they'll tack that onto the skill tree, and it'll be kind of fun to mess around with. But that's the best I think we can get at this point for this game.
I think the wish for momentum, stuff like that, is dead, and the wish for that we'll have terrain built around that is also dead. That was just an incredibly missed opportunity, and that's going to be a big part of my reviews for this game, is that you wanted to create an overworld Sonic game, and you chose probably the worst way to do it.
Well, they don't have the guidebooks to design levels around momentum, right? So now
do they need guidebooks though? Because there's examples, and the community has shown
they have
clearly,
to train all their stuff.
But
they have to train all their staff.
There is clear examples though in the community with fan games.
You think they're gonna put together a style guide based on fan stuff? No, they're gonna use their own engines, and they're
no,
gonna have
I
to
know
show
that, but there's a clear it's a clear example to show it's possible. Yes, they never done it before, and it's new, but that doesn't mean they can't do it. Like, this is supposed to be a new era for Sonic. Staying in the safe zone is not good enough for this franchise. If they can't do it, then they have to get someone that can do it. You know what I mean? We can't.
Well, would
stay
you
in the
say
safe
that?
zone.
Would you say that momentum-based controls are as accessible as like Boost and more automated?
What does that? I don't think that matters. Like it doesn't matter if it's
accessibility doesn't matter.
Like, having momentum doesn't mean like kids won't be able to know how to play it. We grew up with some of the hardest Sonic games on planet Earth, so I'm not worried about accessibility. Like, kids will play it no matter what. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not saying kids won't.
Yeah,
play
I know,
it.
but
That's not what I'm talking
I think you're bringing up, like, if we had momentum, would it be harder for people to pick up and play? Which I actually don't think so. I think it'd actually be kind of 2 and 2. When a ball is going downhill, it'll get faster and faster. Their brains will just know that. So I honestly think it probably might be less confusing than the Boost.
Adventure released with mixed reviews.
I mean, yeah, but look how it's been. But yeah, that's when it released. But look at what Adventure is now through history. How it's standed until the test of time in terms of movement. Adventure was never perfect, but Adventure was a good first step, a first try.
I think what we see in Adventure is like what it could be, because it's like it pioneered something, right? And we all see what momentum can do. And you're right that we see a lot of fan examples of it, but like, I can't envision, if I'm being perfectly honest, it's very hard to envision how a AAA studio would do it, which is why this is so exciting, which is why this game was so exciting initially, right? I want to see it. I want to see it become real. And so I agree with you, like momentum for the future. And the world has to be built around it.
Yeah. But I mean, the thing I want to say though is, like, yeah, it is hard to do that. It's hard to do it because no one does it well. No one has actually done it. I think Sprite the Electric Jester maybe, but like, that's what made Sonic unique in 2D, and it could still make Sonic unique in 3D because people don't utilize proper momentum-based platforming in 3D yet. Maybe there'll be 1 or 2 titles here and there, but a actual series that has it as its namesake doesn't do it yet, and Sonic can still grab that title, but they don't go for it. And at this point now, I feel like it is incompetency in being able to do that. And if that's the case, then they have to get people that can do that. Because this franchise means a lot to people. And you can make a lot of money, Sega, if you do it right. You saw what the movie can do if people like it, right? People will come support Sonic, you know? if your team is holding you back from reaching that type of success, then that requires some like internal restructuring. You know? That's the reality. I'm not saying I want people fired, but I want a restructuring of this team where like people in charge of this, and they clearly don't see the potential Sonic can have in 3D yet. Like, they need to be put a step or two down, and they need to have new fresh blood on top of them, making the real decisions. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're gonna continue this conversation. I need to catch up on donations. I'm really sorry, guys. I have not been reading them. There's too many.
Go ahead.
But oh my god, where was I? Rosie GG, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Master System. IGN wasn't allowed to record their own footage. They just sent an official tweet in DMs. Yeah. Thank you so much, Master System. Truchulaire says, better Sam, my round, better Sam. No, I'm still better, Sam. Bethany, thank you so much. Mr. L says, so many cues from Breath of the Wild, but it's not fun, but not its fun movement. Yeah, like the thing is I don't want to play Breath of the Wild with Link movements as Sonic. I want to play Sonic. That's why people buy Sonic. You know, they don't buy Sonic to play a clone of Link. You know what I mean?
We all know Sonic fans truly want in Sonic.
Sonic the Hedgehog, one of the greatest and most attractive ever thought up. He can run at sound speed, take out enemies in a flash, and best of all, he's blue-colored and knows how to handle the females.
He knows how to handle the females! Bro, that's what Sonic freaking Frontiers is missing! Sonic handling the females. Thank you.
There's a ghost girl.
I want to die.
That's true, but like, ghosts are dead, and I don't think Sonic's into necrophilia, so
There's
like...
also that
We
girl
should
with
probably
the
stop
season
talking now.
cuts.
Thank you so much, Wallace, for jumping into the call. I appreciate you. Dazzle says, not defending Frontiers, but why is the lack of momentum a problem now when momentum hasn't been a thing since SA2? Dazzle, that's why Sonic has had a problem since SA2.
Wait, you like
You're
Heroes.
right.
You like
But
Heroes.
you're right, though. It hasn't been a major problem until Forces, because Boost Sonic has gotten to a point where it controls so bad, where everything is so automatic, that we now need to scream, go back to the very beginning. And even games like Shadow and Heroes, not 06, that didn't have any of it, but even games like Unleashed and Generations, they did have some sense of momentum. That was there. It wasn't the main cement in the gameplay, but it was there. We're at a point now where Sonic completely lost what he was known for, which was momentum-based platforming. That's why we're bringing it up now, because it has been completely omitted.
You think that momentum's been taken out of the Forces engine on this?
It wasn't in the Forces engine.
Okay, so like none? So like when did they actually ditch momentum,
Lost World.
in your opinion?
Lost World.
Lost World had momentum?
No, Lost World is when they ditched it. Lost World did not have momentum. Forces was built off of Lost World's engine. This is the Lost World engine. You guys, I want to make that sure people in chat know this. You guys know this isn't necessarily the Forces engine. This is just Lost World engine continuing on for the third time. You know that, right?
Didn't Nintendo help them with Lost World?
I don't know.
Nintendo killed the momentum.
Hence the reason why we
They went in there and they killed him. They killed
Yeah, but
Sonic.
hence the reason why we have this thing called wall running. This model, isn't this straight out of Lost World? Like, this is all Lost World. It's just running off of Lost World that they then took for Forces, and then they're just putting in Frontiers. Same shit.
Not gonna lie, I'm kind of hyped they're bringing that back.
I am too. I do like the parkour mechanic. I think the idea of it is cool. I think in Lost World it wasn't utilized well. I like the idea of wall running. It looks like this is the only section we've seen that has it. Hopefully they have more sections with it. But yeah, like, there was momentum in the other games. That's why we bring it up now, though, because it's been completely omitted, and now it's to a point where it's actually insulting. Dazzle, thank you so much. Proggy Froggy says the combat looks like it has problems too. The animation are too quick. Also, Sonic has no stretch on his limbs, getting bigger. We saw him punch in this trailer, and he barely, it's barely readable. Yeah. And by the way, they said hi, Evan. Proggy Froggy says hi. But
Hi.
yeah. Yeah, no, we mentioned that earlier in the stream that, yeah, they didn't stretch his limbs when he punched those boxes. They should have. Shadow the Hedgehog did that. Hell, like, come on. Yeah. But the thing is, what pisses me off is they do stretch this model. They've done it with the stomp, but they didn't do it anywhere else. And it's like, why? So yeah, thank you so much, Proggy, for the incredibly generous donation. I appreciate you, man. Thank you all, by the way. I'm sorry I'm reading these fast. It's because there's so many. I want to get back to this. I just hate that they're only focusing on showcasing certain elements for Frontiers, happening with Colors Ultimate. After 5 years, just show the real deal. Yeah, just comes down to marketing and them failing to properly assess how to advertise this game. And you could tell, especially after how this was marketed and the backlash from this video, their marketing team is probably on fire right now. Like, they're probably in panic mode. The Frosted Firefly says, the gameplay solidifies my theory that they built the world first, then they put Sonic into it after, instead of making Sonic first, then run the world. You're absolutely right, Frosted Firefly. That, or when they built Sonic, they had no ambition whatsoever to make him better than how he was in Forces, and they built the world around that very limited moveset. Thank you so much, the Frosted Firefly. Frumpo says 06 looks realistic and had loops. You're absolutely right. Supercon613 says, what with the constant clicking during the gameplay? So I have a theory that is from those Onion characters, and I believe we're going to have one of those guys like floating with Sonic, and they probably, like, that character, probably the Ghost Girl is probably going to be one of those, but they probably deleted her to not spoil the story or something. I don't know. I don't know what that clicking is in the gameplay, though. That is there constantly, so maybe it's to signify when you're near something, you have to search for it. I don't know. We will only guess until we know. Exodus says, by the way, a lot of the pop-ins have a neon glow when they appear, like they're digitally manifesting. Not all of them, but most of them in the video. I did notice that, and if that's something that we didn't notice, that is not our fault. That's because the animations of that is too quick. There's like 2 frames of animation for that, Exodus. So that means they failed. Like, they gotta make it more noticeable if they want to have them spawn in.
Also, why the hell does that happen for platforms and not the rails?
Exactly.
Like, the rails.
Yeah, the rails could have done that, so we could get rid of those lines in the sky that people are complaining about. Jeremiah.
Yeah, it makes screenshots look so stupid.
Yeah, thanks so much, Jeremiah. Bam Power Bang says, hey guys, you mentioned this in Sam's Forces conversation. I think the problem with Sega is they're still playing a little too safe. I think so too. They're afraid to expand the formula. They built this formula in Lost World that they probably worked hard on. The team that made Generations and Unleashed left, so they're left with this formula that they made, and they're sticking with it till the very end, and they don't dare want to change anything to it. Bam Power Bang, thank you so much for the donation. Very generous donation. I appreciate you. And yeah, you're right. They are playing it too safe. Titular Worse Sam says, okay, your compelling arguments convinced me. I am the inferior Sam. Also, does Sam procrastinates say trans rights? Yes, I do. I do say trans rights. Thank you so much, Titular Worse Sam. SR Blizzard, thank you so much. Dazzle Fizzle? Okay, I'm just amazed that Sonic is still going. So am I. You could think multimedia stuff, and you could also think more specifically the fan base for that. The fan base is what's kept Sonic alive. We see a vision for Sonic that is so strong that they could reach, but they'd never reach it. Callistus J says, every game directed by Kishimoto has suffered from automatic basic gameplay, straight lines, mid-animations, janky physics, laggy movesets, and blocky platforms. This game seems no different. You're absolutely right. I have no disagreements with that. Every game that has had him as a director, you've been correct on that. They've all seemed to have the same problems. But I don't think it is one person that does that, but I do think him being on top, he can dictate what the team does, and he should have that insight to know Sonic's movement needs more. Thank you so much, Jay. I appreciate it. And CS says, is not a Sonic world. It is a world with Sonic in it. And right now, I'm kind of half and half on that. Like, I do think this art style is different, but I'm still open to it. I just think, yeah, there's just not enough to do, you know. It's like you go through this area to collect that heart, right? You go through those rails. I'm just wondering why I would ever need to come back. After I activate this thing here, why would I ever need to come back, you know?
So what if there's a Chow Garden?
People have mentioned that. I mean, that's great and all, but I mean, how intuitive would that be? But also, what's the point of having a great Chow Garden if the main game is bad? Like, it doesn't matter, you know? Like, the main game is boring and not fun. Like, it doesn't matter how good that Chow Garden is. I don't play Sonic games to play, like, a lot of people, including myself, we don't play Sonic games for a Chow Garden. Some people will, and some people will find enjoyment in that, and I'll find enjoyment in that. But it's not going to last long. The main game needs to be structurally sound.
You see that the Sonic team, or not Sonic team, the Sega like analytics people were like reaching out to creators, being like, "Hey, can you take part of this quick survey?"
Yeah, I will say this real quick. This is something I mentioned, but the sky does look a little overblown when it's raining. Like, I get it's overcast, but I don't think it needs to be that bright white. There is also this Trail of Rings is curved. There's no springs there, which tells me the light speed dash is in this game, which is good. I'm happy it's making a return. I just hope it's not crap, because the team is probably going to be replicating what another team did.
No springs.
What'd you say?
It said L plus ratio plus no springs.
Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. You
Well,
have a lot to say on the subject matter.
What can I say? I'm a bit of a wordsmith myself.
Question: Was there an early that called this? What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about.
Like
My name is pronounced like Marceau. By the way, it's French. And thank you for saying what we all think. Yeah. Of course.
Marceau.
Marceau.
Bonjour, comment ça va?
Master System Marceau. Sorry, I was just really bad at reading. Thank you so much. I'll try to remember that. Marceau. Master System Marceau. Erwin says, correct me if I'm wrong, but looks like the more a lack of motivation or love for the franchise itself when it comes the times to develop a new game. Erwin, you're right. It's a lack. It does feel like that. It definitely feels like a lack of motivation to expand the formula. They're saying this is a new thing for Sonic, an open world, but this open world that they put in the game is what we've seen outside of Sonic. We've already seen this open world outside of Sonic. So what do you guys have to offer gameplay-wise and Sonic-wise that moves us to the next level compared to other Sonic games? And they haven't really done that either. So it does feel like a lack of motivation. Caleb Hepner, thank you so much. Alrighty, I've been talking forever. This stream has been going on for a long time. So let's start to get to the closing phase. I will say real quick, guys, because we have like 1.2 thousand people watching. If you guys haven't already, please, stick to the channel, hit the bell. There is going to be more gameplay coming tomorrow, and I will be talking about that as well. I will try to stream if my connection is good. If not, I will just do a video format. But real quick, Evan, is there any more things you want to say regarding Frontiers as we continue to watch this gameplay that we've seen 10,000 times?
There's two Evans here, so you're going to have to be specific.
Both of you. Anything you guys want to say?
You go first, Evan. No, after you, Evan.
No, after you.
What is happening? Well, actually, since we did hear from Tails Channel, Evan Wallace, what do you think about Frontiers? I don't think I asked you yet.
When I was on Evan's stream the other day,
Nice.
I thought at first I was trying to be kind of positive. Early on I said, I'm more interested by like this Sonic game for the first time than like with any other Sonic game. But I think the more I think about it, I'm like, I'm not fully sold yet. I think a few fixes I'd like, if they do have the popping in, if like that's an issue, have like little animations for all of it, so it can be like a stylization. I just think overall the game feels very stiff and kind of corporate, where there doesn't feel like much style is in it. Like
Yeah.
one of the big reasons I like adventure and stuff. And just like a lot of Sonic games, even from like the mid to late 2000s, was even if they were pretty crappy, like they had that style, they had like life in them, and it just feels like this feels very kind of sterile. So having animations would be a good start, I feel. I mean, at this point with the game itself, with how it's going, I don't have the most kind of hopeful look that it's gonna be good. I mean, I hope it at least like improves where it'll be a little more enjoyable. But I'm also very curious to see kind of the UI and the graphic aesthetic of like what the game is like, because I will say the one thing Forces has done right that I think is probably the best it's done in any Sonic game is the direction for its like graphic design. Like the menus and stuff had a very distinct look with its packaging and like the stuff with the red, black, and kind of like gray or whatever. So I'm very curious to see what this game's look will be, because I haven't been too sold on like visually, like the world right now, kind of like, yeah, kind of typical Unreal Engine type beat. But I don't know, I think with this cyberspace aesthetic and everything, I hope they lean into that a little more. I don't know, I'm kind of rambling on at this point, but
I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking the same thing though. Like, if the meat isn't here, then the thing is, I'm worried. Like, this team already did, like, those speed sections from Forces, and those are going to be the sections we're going to have in the cyberspace. And I'm thinking, like, if they make the cyberspace like they do the daytime stages in Forces, it's not going to be enough. There's not enough meat on the bone. You know what I mean? Real quick, sorry, we had a few donations during that part, so let me catch up real quick. Thank you so much, Caleb. Tutular Sad Sam says, from what we see in this game, met with the bare minimum of what I wanted, and that's fine, just not what everyone really needs after over a decade of no good 3D Sonic games. For non-Sonic fans, this game will be on par with the average Ubisoft Tower Crime Simulator. You're absolutely right, Tutular Sad Sam. I love how there's different emotional Sams. But yeah, you're absolutely right in that regard. But yeah, this one should have been made for the Sonic fans. We've waited long enough, and doesn't seem like they're prioritizing this. I wonder how new fans that came from the movie will feel about this game. Thank you, Tutular Sad Sam. Master System Marsu, did I say it right? Marso, I'm trying to remember. Marso says where did it go? It disappeared. Oh no, it updated. It says was there an early leak that called this disaster? There was an early leak when they had the initial trailer for this game of a tester that essentially explained exactly what we're seeing here. It was a Breath of the Wild knockoff game. I think he mentioned the world didn't have much in it. I think he also mentioned the controls not being good, if I remember correctly, right? So there was a leak that was credible before this happened. Prime Remy says, something I'm not seeing. You didn't thank you for donating. You didn't have to do that. He says, something I'm not seeing people talk about: the death of the light dash. Sonic hasn't light dashed without a wisp since Gens, now including Frontiers. Well, I just mentioned light. You mean the light speed dash, like for the rings? Yeah, I just mentioned that here, Premi. I just mentioned that in here. I think it is coming back. There is a trail of rings here that is curvy. Let me expand right here. The rings are curvy. There's no springs. So unless there's some new automatic BS that we don't know about, I would say it's coming back. Finally. Hopefully.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Also, Premi, love the top 10 songs to make love to playlist. That shit fire.
That is iconic. Thank you so much, Premi. I really appreciate you, man. And then JJ Smiley 95 says, we just gonna evaporate Morio Kishimoto. I'm down for evaporate. What? I'm down for that. By the way, sounds like a pipe dream. But if referring to Project Hero in terms of momentum, wishlist, maintaining tight, desirable controls would be cool. That's what I was saying though. Like, fan games are a good example of what we're looking for. And yeah, JJ Smiley, that project is a good example of how to have Sonic, a boost typed Sonic, control well without boosting, have momentum, and it's a clear example And it hurts that that's a fan game, you know? And I hope that that game comes out soon because I know they've been doing a lot of work on it. Froggy says, last thing, all those rails are going to ruin any possible photo mode shot. They probably won't have one anyways. They probably won't. Considering the world seems to be rendering based off of where the camera's pointing, I don't know if they can have a photo mode without the world despawning every second. Thank you so much, Froggy. Miss Tangshan95 says, why is there no score, ring, time, life counter? They usually for trailers they hide the HUD, so I'm not worried about that. It is going to have it most likely, but they hide the HUD for trailer purposes, for cinematic reasons, even though they're just doing nothing in the game. Dragon Blur says, Sam, am I the only one that thinks the lighting in the earlier footage from the Japanese site and screenshots look more vibrant than this does now? You're not wrong. I do agree with you on that. If I look up Sonic Frontiers, right, and I go to the website, you're absolutely right in that regard. I do think these screenshots are more vibrant than what we are seeing now. And I think part of that might be the weather system in this game. Maybe, like, it depends on the weather in the game. But these screenshots, definitely the grass looks more full. Maybe they had to take some stuff out for the Switch port. For the sake of the Switch port. I don't know. You're absolutely right in that regard, though. This does look more vibrant. We'll see. We will see.
Lourdes was saying that that Trail of Rings could potentially be an invisible rail, but like, look at all the other rails. It would still
it would
there.
be rendered. We're close enough where it would be rendered. There's rails like way over here in the distance, you know? It would have to be rendered by that point.
But rails appeared in the trailer, so I mean, it could.
Yeah.
It could
We'll
be.
see, though. We'll see. Dragon Bird, thank you so much. Master System, more so, thank you so much. Not Tutular Sam, thanks so much for becoming a member. Ski LP Games says, I'm genuinely curious whether they know how to implement momentum, or if it's cause of game journalists they're scared to ever bring it back. I think they don't want to, because that would require time and resources, and they just wanted to make the next game as fast and as easy as possible. And yeah, it looks like what they did. I think it is motivation. Motivation would have game developers want to do that, to bring something that Sonic is known for into third dimension that hasn't been done properly yet. It requires motivation, and I don't think they have that. Thank you so much, Skull PC Games. Raj says, hi Sam, I found 2 concept videos of Frontiers from April on a low profile Twitter profile. The IGN video confirmed they are legitimate. I DM'd them to you. What are you talking about? Let me check. I found some concept videos from a low-profile Twitter user that were posting in April, and at first I was skeptical until I proved that they were legitimate. I noticed several similarities, such as statues, grass, trails. This doesn't look legit. No, this isn't the same, man. No, this is fan-made. This is literally just Sonic in an open field. And this one has momentum. No, this is just fan-made, bud. I appreciate the DM, but I'm pretty sure this is fake.
This is what we wish it was.
We wish it was.
What is what we wish
those
it
are,
was?
I don't. When you say concept videos of Frontiers, do you mean like what you wish it was like, or concept videos like these are early videos like?
Sam, you know the stream can't see, right?
What do you mean?
What are you watching?
Oh yeah, no, I can't see what I'm watching. Yeah, I had it on the side just to make sure, but I don't think it's legit. Fishing hook, Big the Cat confirmed for Sonic Frontiers. Oh, because the ring, the coins have a fishing hook, maybe, and they're purple. That doesn't help. What they sent me was this, chat. I'll show you now.
Oh, it's the Chaos X one. I can just tell from
This
the
one
chat.
here.
Oh
Yeah, no, this is not real. Like, this isn't like an actual like early development thing.
This is what I watched immediately after.
But I don't know if they're
gameplay
saying.
review.
I don't know if they were saying it was an early development. They just said a concept video. So in that regard, I guess you're right. But yeah. TVGN, thank you so much for the 12 months. I appreciate you. Evan, what? Tails channel, Evan, what did you want to say?
Well,
That we haven't already mentioned 10,000 times.
Just to close this out, like this entire time, like I said before, I've been trying to think, like with all this automation and what we have on the table right now, I'm trying to think how would we implement a high skill ceiling that's not artificial, that's like not implemented via a skill tree, where right we want something that we can just like jump into, clean save file, and your skills alone make you be able to traverse the environment in a more exciting way because of your skills. I can't think of any ideas. I like because it's so automated. That's what it is. They've traded accessibility, and I wonder if it's because they worry that, like, is it this kind of thing? Like, you know how they don't make dishwashers like as much as well or work as well as they did before? You know what I mean? Like, what if it's the same thing with video games where they don't build them to last? So they almost want it to be automated so that by the time you're done, you just want to buy the next one.
Nah. I don't think that's... I don't think it's that far. Because considering the fact that these... I mean, how long do we have to wait for the next one? 5 years? This game would have to last 5 years. That's a long time. So there better be good stuff in it to last that 5 years.
Was it always going to take 5 years, or was it just 5 years because of the pandemic?
No, it's going to be 5 years. Sonic team has been gutted, dude. You could tell. Since Generations... Yeah, we'll probably have stuff on the side, like another racing game or a fighter game or something, right? And we'll probably have, like, 2D stuff. But an actual main 3D Sonic game, I think it is going to take another, like, 4 or 5 years. I do. If they want...
Hello?
What's up?
Hello. I'm
Hi.
sorry, Sam.
What's up?
Yeah, how you doing,
I'm
man?
doing good.
Yeah, keep going. I just want to like introduce myself for a bit. This is Corey Moru. You know, I'm hearing you guys mentioning like waiting for the next Sonic game for the next 5 years or so. Yeah, I agree. I think Sonic will be like still be going and stuff. We might see like maybe like a few more games, maybe like another mainline title game or something. But like I don't know, like Frontiers is I don't know. I'll say this, like I guess we gotta like still wait and see what else we can like get from like, you know, the combat trailer perhaps. And they're probably gonna do like a story trailer too.
I think so too, but
yeah,
you know, we'll definitely need to see. But yeah, I feel like I go on about this all day, chat. So I feel like I gotta like close this out because I'm starting to get a headache.
They better lean on the story, is what I'm saying. With what we have, they better lean on the story. They better maybe delay it a little bit.
And for everyone that's been
clean up the
complaining about
animations.
like me talking about this gameplay, saying it's not enough. Look, they'll show combat tomorrow, and we'll see how it is. The only hope I had from that small teaser was the fact that you had a paraloop and then homing attack the enemies, which I thought was cool. I thought it was cool to combo them like that. So we'll see how the combat is. I'll keep fighting these people on Twitter that are yelling at me for bringing up stuff like.
I'm sorry, Sam. I don't mean to be so mean to you.
What are you talking about?
You crazy motherfucker.
Yeah, no. Yeah, like, I love this comment here, guys. And I don't usually do this on Twitter, but I just think this was funny. Right, let's judge a game that doesn't even come out for another 6 months, because beta releases are always the exact same thing as the final product.
Oh, bro, they're beating your ass in the quote retweet.
What?
No,
No, that's literally. First off, the game doesn't come out in 6 months. It comes out in about 5 months less than that, and the game has to be done in 4 months. And on top of that, you're stupid. Don't worry, I read it.
Sam, I actually think that person replied to me very recently with a similar comment saying it's not even out yet, and it's like, when is the right time to comment on
Yeah, but
this?
no, like, if people are really gonna give us shit for looking at this gameplay and analyzing it, it's what they gave us. It's official information. We have to. It's the only thing we have. Of course we're going to dissect it. Of course I'm going to say these platforms popping in the background looks like poop. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Because it looks like crap. Look at that right there. Bam, there they are. But anyways, no. You know, at the end of the day, popping isn't the problem I have with this game. It's the gameplay, and I was hoping we would take that next step to refine his gameplay, and I don't see that. So we'll see what they do to, you know, maybe this backlash will tell them that they got to delay it and maybe add more stuff, more rails or something, like make this world more alive.
Oh my god. The squigglies.
More squigglies in the sky. More just make it more fun, essentially.
I'm hoping to see what the cyberspace stages look like and how long, like the length of the levels are, at least.
Yeah, definitely. What I will say though, as we close out real quick, chat, this is something I'm going to be advocating for a while now. If you guys have heard, before I call out on the stream here, we are doing an in-person event called Sonic and Sega Fan Jam. If you're a Sonic fan, if you're a Sega fan, you should go to this event, in-person event. It is going to be in Atlanta, Georgia, November 12th. Our friend Patrick here is the one running the event. The entire team has been working really hard on this event. It's going to be fun. I'm going to be there. Chowmix is going to be there. A lot of great other Sonic Tubers are going to be there. Sonic content creators are going to be there. Artists are going to be there. Victor McKnight will be there.
Even your parents are going to be there.
You'll have voice actors from your favorite Sega games, like Ryan Drummond.
Hang on, hang on, Victor. I'm going to share this link here. This is a link to the Kickstarter. The reason why I really want this to happen and why we should support this, and Some Call Me Johnny just tweeted about this, by the way, too. Some Call Me Johnny will be there, as well as Ant Dude, as well as Ryan Drummond, the original voice for Sonic. They will be there. We're going to do signings. We're going to do panels. We're going to do tournaments, contests, a lot of fun stuff. So please, if you guys can, share about this event, this in-person event. Please back the Kickstarter. It's going to be a lot of fun. And if you can't donate, sharing this project out and letting people know that it's happening, it's going to be great. A lot of great people are going to be there, and I can't wait to meet you guys in person if possible. What are you going to say, Patrick?
I do have one thing to say. So if you cannot make it towards the event, you can still donate as a virtual attendee. So we'll have a stream set up for everyone, and you can still get the items. If you donate as like a virtual attendee. So if you can't make it, it's all fine.
We'll have a virtual event for you.
Sent to your mail. Yes, we'll have a virtual event for you on stream, and we'll be able to like send off like the kick-ass posters by Tracy Yardley and Bacardi Curry, which these art pieces like covers the history of Sega from all the way from the classic era to the modern day age of Sega. Like it has all your favorite Sega characters on there. So like don't miss out on it. The Kickstarter ends on June 26th.
Yeah.
But Patrick, what happens if I buy a virtual ticket, but then I can suddenly attend?
I mean, you can still come down here too.
Yeah, there you go.
Yay, audience!
But yeah, no, please back it. I really want to meet you guys in person. And when we were at MomoCon recently, seeing a lot of you guys in person and signing stuff and taking pictures with you guys was a huge honor. And it's something I loved. I loved doing it. I loved meeting you guys in person. So see me again in person. My audience, my chat. I love you. Please back this event, and it'll be great. And we'll probably do some streams dedicated to this in the future. But yeah, guys, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you guys for the discussion regarding Sonic Frontiers. Stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you hit the bell because I will be doing more stuff tomorrow as more information comes out about this game, either a video or stream. Just stay tuned and we'll find out. And yeah, guys, I really appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much. I'm gonna definitely real quick in the meantime say bye. So bye, guys.
Tails channel stream.
Tails channel streams. Huh? Tails channel stream. Right? Okay, yeah. So yeah, back that Kickstarter and it'll be great. I really appreciate you guys. I don't think we have any Twitter memes for today, but I really appreciate you all. You guys are fantastic. You guys really supported me today. Let me hang on. Sorry, we had some last minute stuff here. TVGN says bit late, but I'll watch the VOD. I'm legit interested in what you guys have to say. Sorry for being late. Don't apologize, TVGN. You're fine. Yeah, watch the VOD, man. Slow Bro Sir, thanks so much for becoming a member. G Boys Comics says the sad thing is that they didn't want to spend the full 5 years working on the game, which I think is what they did wrong. You're not wrong on that. They probably spent only shorter than that on the game, and I don't know. But if they did spend their entire 5 years working on the actual game part because they're using a bunch of assets, then this is sad. So we'll see. And Jaden Buck says one last thing. I'm still wondering if the next Sonic games continue this level of quality, how much can we expect that will affect the Sonic franchise in its entirety? I'm hoping the level of quality goes even higher because the level of quality right now screams budget. It screams budget to me. And I hope we get something even bigger. Yeah. Guys, I really appreciate you guys. I've talked about Frontiers for hours upon hours now. And we'll be back to talk about it some more, and I will be doing more videos on this topic. So I really appreciate you all. I love you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys constantly supporting me. So with all that said, thank you guys for bringing my spirits up. I appreciate it. I'm happy I was able to do a successful stream. Sonic Revolution Beta. Thanks so much for subscribing as well. I appreciate it. Yeah, I guess I should say Sonic Revolution is also another event happening in California, so stay tuned for that. So with that said, guys, I'll see you guys around. I'll see you guys tomorrow with more Frontiers. See you later, procrastinators.